Class is in session, goddamn. I appreciate you. I'm sorry for that delay. I was talking all, I was talking all along, and I didn't even click on. I haven't been here in only in a couple of days. I feel like I haven't been here in days because I've been out. You know what I mean? When you go out to out of state, the days it feels like when you come home, you got to get reacquainted again. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I live here. Oh, I guess I make the left turn. Now, wow, this is still here since I was gone. You know what I'm saying? You start looking at some wild things. Shout out to NBA City. So good morning. I was talking for a whole minute and a half to myself. So salute to y'all, man. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Shout out to everybody, man. I don't know where you are. Shout out to my boy Buck that's out there in Germany. For what reason, I don't know. But I do know. Man, none of it. Ladies, it's very sad because at the top of this class, I have to just stress this because this has been a tragic situation, especially in my circle. In my circle, it's actually quite sad because the black woman, her biggest problem is she doesn't listen to the right, but listens to that good. She listens to that bozo. That's a big problem, sisters. Y'all listen, but y'all listen to the wrong people, the wrong men. You know what I mean? A lot of times you just don't know what it is. Like my boy is out there in Germany. Why is he going to Germany by himself? I'm telling you why he's going. He's a man. What other reason would a man go and travel? You got to think about that. You know what I mean? You may say, well, maybe he wants to do, enjoy life, and maybe everybody ain't like, some of the little stink ones that don't want to listen. She want to protect that man, so she gonna tell me, well, and you don't know why, because she doesn't know a man the way I know a man. I know what the deal is. If a man comes and tells you he going to travel for some real estate, yeah, well, it sounds good. If it sounds convincing, you're gonna believe it. That's the only issue. Yeah, if it see with me, he can't convince me. You know, unless he pulled a jukes on me. You know what I'm saying? But if he could convince you, it's called game. You dig what I'm saying? He lied to me. He just a lying ass nigga. You know what I mean? Like it's a different man. You lying, but we still get past that. Like this nigga's a liar. You know what I'm saying? You tell him that too. Like I don't believe that. Even if you don't tell Squirrels is a liar, but a woman should be like, well, I mean, it does make sense because you think that's what you would do. You relate to everything, you know what I mean? So sisters just got a big thing. But anyway, my man Buck is out there in Germany and he didn't the reality, the whole chase will get you in trouble. The chase of the pursuit to happiness, the pursuit of a travel, the pursuit to get into a destination, that's all relative, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't realize that. Like the whole mode of getting on the plane and what happened was my boy, right? So my boy is like an international freak. He'll travel to any damn country just for some poom poom. He ain't gonna get a Ramonian chick here in America. You know what I'm saying? He'll just go to wherever she is, and then yeah, I got this Romanian chick, and it's just like, damn, you could have just stayed here for all that. And it's so true because this past weekend, good lord, went to Dorney Park Saturday. Anybody been to Dorney Park in New Jersey? I mean, excuse me, it's kind of New Jersey because at the end of New Jersey, you hit Pennsylvania, and it's like a 10, 15 minute ride, if that. And I must say, it was ghetto. Shout out to Lonnie, goddamn. It was ghetto, but I enjoyed it. It was kind of ghetto. Dorney Park's a little more ghetto than. Listen, they all ghetto because you're gonna see us out there. Ain't that a shame? That, when you see black people, it's just automatically, oh, this shit is hood, right? And then you wonder why, because if black folks is there somewhere, why are they there? So it gotta be, it has to have meaning. So when I first went to Sesame Place, there was blacks there. It was ghetto too, but not as ghetto as Donny Park. Because Donny Park, you start seeing Spanish ghetto people. Spanish ghettos. And then I realized I'm like, all right, well, we was in Langhorne, Pennsylvania, and a lot of people don't know Stroudsburg and all that. There's a lot of ghetto parts of PA, Pennsylvania. That's the initial. A lot of ghetto parts. And ain't just Philly. Philly's like the lit city, right? Which is very ghetto too, but it's those little small towns that's worse. Like, oh my goodness. Like, you can rack up in a small town so easy. You may be trying to go to these different countries. Just go to where they go. That's all you got to do. You know what I mean? I know it's hard to approach a woman and then you're going to get turned down, and it could be something to bother you. I could only imagine a man in my imagination, like to the point where you're on social media, you're on porn sites, you're doing all these different things, and you develop this mindset that you believe you have high standards. And as you know, when a man has high standards, that's just a appetite for destruction. Because now he's living in a dream world. None of that shit's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Because his standards are high. Like a man doesn't have high standards. That's just once you hear a man has high standards, something's wrong with him. You know what I mean? Because he's living in a dream world. But the same way you would go on a trip, because you're not going to travel for DICK. You're not going to do that. Like a man, you'll travel for one individual, but you ain't going to travel to another state just to rack up on niggas and see if 20 niggas can hit it. You know what I'm saying? Because you could do that here easily. You know what I mean? All you got to do is just put you could put that shit in your community board. Who wants to come over and, tear this whatever up? At 3 o'clock p.m., everybody be there, check out, bring condoms. Niggas is going to show up. A man puts that PSA out, nobody's going to show up. It's just not. You know what I mean? It's just that's just how it works. And you as a woman, a lot of times you may think that you understand a man or whatever, whatever. But the reality is this, right? When you have this ability as a woman where you really ain't even gotta work hard. Yeah, but he tells you yeah, you listen, shout out to Jay Meadows. He tells you gotta work hard and you believe it. Like, yo, you got to bring something to the table. You got to step your game up. You need to work here. Right. Because you're internalizing what he believes. You got to be careful with that. There's really no requirement. All you got to do is bring your looks to the table. That's really it. You understand? He knows that, but you're gonna catch the wrath because as a black woman, we aim for your insides. We go for that damn head. I don't mean the head. I'm talking your brain. Because we know you damaged. If you're dealing with a brother, you got to be damaged. You understand? There's certain women that I know. If anybody deals with her, I know that they're not official because they dealing with her. You dig what I'm saying? So there's certain things you got to know. A woman got to be official because he don't just deal with anybody. He's still a dirty dog, but if that nigga gonna call somebody his wife, she got to be something official because he wouldn't just wife anybody. And y'all don't have those. Y'all don't have those examples or those role models. You just don't because y'all struggle with it because y'all go straight to Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like y'all can't even name a nigga from your hood. You can't even name Uncle Fester, nobody. And I know that. I'm aware of that. I know you can't. That's why I challenge you. I'm like, she can't even name anybody. Why don't you name somebody right now? And now you want to name your homeboy. I'm like, your homeboy don't count because your homeboy want to smash. Unless you ugly. If you busted and you tell me that your homeboy is this, that, and the third, then maybe. But if you any modes are hittable, that means you know, he would smash it if he can. So you can't use him because at the end of the day, yes, he would dip on his wife to get a piece of you. You know what I mean? Because you can't tell me that your man's gonna be all loyal to his wife. He don't do nothing, and you attractive and all. He would never step out because if that's the case, that means his wife is probably cheating on him. That's just how it works. I know it's the hard truth. So what we're gonna start today is we're gonna get into this kind of this this continuation of what we spoke about Saturday in regards to the whole sophistication. And I don't think I've made myself clear on the sense as far as how you deal with people plays a part in sophistication. Who you deal with, you know what I mean? Who you had your baby with, who the type of niggas you date, what you like to do, what you did in the bedroom, and who you did it with. You know, you know what I mean? That counts. Like you could have did something freaky with a nigga, and that was your man, and he was a decent dude. It just didn't work out. But you could have had a boyfriend that was a bum, and you gave him all that. Now you know what I mean. Now your whole shit is flushed down the toilet because you did it with him. So that plays a part. So we're gonna really go in and out and really stress this mode on the inside and outside. But anyway, I was out in Dorney Park in PA, man. You know what's funny? When I first walked in there, when I first walked in, it was right to the right side, everybody coming from the water rides. To the left, it was like, all right, so you seeing a woman. Oh, I kid you not, I was in the park. Once I got in the gate, I had to see at least three sisters walking around with thongs. And I don't know if you know, but black women don't understand you can't rock a thong in a kid park. Just get you a nice just get you a nice bathing suit. You can't you can't rock that. I know a lot of y'all never been to Miami or South Beach or never been in Brazil. So you really don't know where you're supposed to wear that at, but it don't look right. It's unnecessary. You know, even me as a man, I'm gonna see your butt. I'm gonna look. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm gonna look. I'm a man, but it's just gonna be like, damn, boo. Like it's like that. So now your thirst is gonna be what you're gonna do, and then this is what ends up happening. When I see the ghetto Hispanic woman, you know the hood ones that live in like Reading, Pennsylvania, and y'all know all the parts of Pennsylvania, the ghetto. You know what's the name of Stroudsburg and all that, whatever. All them small town hoes are the worst. So when you see them doing it, it's just as bad as a black woman because most of the time they shit is like, come on now, boo, you're 13 years old with makeup on and you're walking naked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where's your mother and father at? It's crazy. Like, seriously. So it's a little disgusting. So the only thing I did find, it was a Saturday, and I had to be warned myself that it is a Saturday. Shout out to Garden Scientists. It is a Saturday. So that's ratchet day. I don't like Saturdays. I don't like Sundays being outdoors. Just to let you know, I don't like it. I'm not a weekend person. My weekend is Wednesday. My weekend's Thursday. What your Friday is to you is as Thursday is to me. Okay. So Nate, what's your Saturday? There is no Saturday. My Saturday is probably today. You know, when all y'all niggas is at work and I take off because I could do that. You understand? Saturday is my daughter's day. That's the problem. So if I could be at an amusement park in every different state every Saturday in the summer, I'll be set. Because it's pressure. Because I got to be around the element, and I don't like doing that. So, you know, that's just my debonair zone of me. But anyway, so I'm out there, and the first thing I just see is a whole bunch of black sisters with their ass out. I'm just like, that's influence, all influence, you know. And it's pretty sad because y'all got to do all that and still ain't learn shit. Like now, this is you give yourself an excuse. If you're gonna give yourself an excuse, just go to a real beach. People don't understand women wear thongs at beach so they can get the tan lines. That's the point. I don't know if you do that. Like you when you tan and you're laying in your stomach at a beach and you have a thong on, you get a perfect tan because it doesn't look right when you got some granny panties on and you get a tan. It looks crazy. It just looks better when your body's all flawless. And the thinner the panties are, the sicker it looks when you got your tan. Some of the women go to a nude beach where they just get the whole shit right. So it's like seeing a dark skinned sister with a thong on at a kid park. It's like, boo, you're tan already. So why are you wearing a thong for? Because you feel sexy or you feel sophisticated. You understand what I'm saying? Big difference. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my weekends is Tuesday. Yeah. I'm real big on that, Shay. Like seriously, I'm like today is Monday, and I got off. My dad used to always say, "Try not to take care of business on a Monday," and it's so true because people just coming back from the weekend, they groggy. People that got no lives, stay away from that. So today, the weather's beautiful. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I do know that this is the effect that I like on a Monday is my Saturday is pressure because I gotta go out with all them damn coons. So as I was out there in this park, as you know, I did, my research was impeccable that day. And I'm gonna be honest with you. You know who looked the best out there? It was the woman that wasn't trying hard. You know what I'm saying? Like the woman that just had a real low key thing. There was like these three sisters I remember. and I'm out there with shades. Anytime you're in a park as a man, just wear shades. You know what I mean? With you, you're gonna be with your wife and daughter or your kids. Wear shades because they shouldn't see where your eyes are going. When you got shades on, nobody's gonna see that shit. So you could have a wonderland in there. Got shades on, and make sure they designer shades because you have it. So you still could look good with shades. You don't want to get no cheap ass shades. But anyway, as I'm out there, um, I noticed the impression, and there's only one woman that's stuck in my head, and I'll get to that soon. But the whole time in this park, it was like assy and classy was very minimal. It's very, very minimal. Like I know some of y'all wearing y'all women when y'all wear the bathing suit, you got the little see-through net shit, and those are cute. But then again, you can tell you're wearing that because you have an excuse. Like I'm gonna be out there. It's gonna be hot, and it wasn't that hot Saturday. It was hot Sunday. Yesterday was hot, but you're making an excuse so you have a reason to wear this. So now your man can't say, "Why are you wearing it? It's hot. We just came off the water slide." And I get it. Yeah, you should have swimwear. You know what I mean? But you could have nice swimwear. You could wear swimwear and have shorts on. It's really you don't need to be walking out there naked. And as a black woman, you got to understand. As a black man, when we see our black women do that, we just like, yo, come on, boo. Like, I just got back from Brazil, and it's totally unnecessary why you're doing it. I just got back from South Beach in Miami. It really makes no. You're you're doing too much, and a lot of that comes from the fact of the man that you deal with. Now, forget what you attract; it's who you deal with. You could tell a lot about a woman of who she deals with from her look. Just look, you could tell. You could tell she dates that grease ball. You could tell that's the type of niggas that she fucks with. Forget attract. Because you could attract you could every now and then a gentleman may even look at you, such as myself, and say, I would hit that. Because I ain't gonna sit there and tell you nothing was hittable, but it just got to the point where it's just like, you get bored. You see, it's like this, right? If I walk into a strip club, fresh off the press, first of all, going to a strip club sounds nasty. Meeting a stripper is nasty. Strippers are just nasty. They nasty. They're supposed to be. As much as they try to clean it up, strippers are nasty. Okay. I done seen shit in strip clubs that you couldn't imagine. I've experienced some of the most amazing, wild, crazy things in a strip club. However, when you walk into a strip club and that first feel and that you see them on the stage, you get hyped. You're like, damn. And then you're there and you get your singles and she's coming around, she's turning around, she got a beautiful face. You're like, oh my God. And another one comes out, you see them on that pole. And you do that for some time, hour pass by, maybe two. And then after a while, you don't even notice them anymore. It's like, yeah, I'm ready to go home. Because now the mind kind of gets off. Shout out to QU Hectic. Damn, brother. Wait, where y'all niggas been, man? What's going on with y'all, man? Don't tell me y'all going to that red pill shit, that fucking garbage pan over there. Where y'all niggas be at, man? What's going on? But anyway, shout out to you. So I get over. So I'm over there rocking, chilling, and whatever. Look at them like you leave the strip club. And then that feeling of, you go home and you drive home, you give your man a pound, you're all right, nigga, I'm out. And you jump in the car and you're like, And now you call your broad that you fuck with or whatever. I'm just, paraphrasing, right? But my point is that after a while, that shit gets played. It kind of gets old. And it's gonna take some time. It may even, you know what I mean? But in a park like this, even as a man, it's like, damn, bro, like you could have just saved that for when you call me on FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you out here with your underwear? Because that's all it is. You in your fucking panties. If you got a thong on and you are not on the beach and you are not trying to catch a tan, and dark skinned sisters, you don't just enough is enough. What tan are you catching? You already got what they want. I don't understand that. That's like the highest level of insecurity. Like everybody, dude, you will hear that black man, oh yeah, then y'all start doing the most. Like when you a chocolate sister, you don't gotta do none of that. You just get you a bag. If you want to be sexy, get you a nice, classy bathing suit. Be like the women in the 1950s that was sophisticated when they was on the beach. Because they had to, because they were ladies. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, everybody. Thank you for that super chat, bro. Much love. All my brothers is gone, man. That's cool. You know what I mean? Your niggas been gone, but it's cool. This is what you want to hear. But anyway, thank you, bro. You wanna give the impression you want to leave an impression on a man that goes forever. You don't want to turn a nigga on because he gonna get turned on. He gonna get turned off. Write it down. You turn me on, and then I'm gonna get turned off. Eventually, I'm gonna have to turn the light out. But when you leave an impression, that's everlasting. So anyway, I'm out there moving around. We're on this little train thing, like so. We get on the train and it goes around the park. This is like a little small ride. I think I should have had a bigger ride than that, but whatever. I can't stand short rides. I hate that. And the kids they give them short rides because they got like short attention span or whatever. So we're on this little train thing, and I see the chick walking around again with her ass out. I'm like, she just walking around, nigga. You're not wet. You know what I mean? You done left the park and you just walking around and do that. Like you're just gonna be an exhibitionist. So, which is funny because my man is in Germany now. He went out there. Now he realized he's out there. Now he traveled all day, all night, and now he's in Germany and he can't get no ass. So now he got to get online, go to a prostitute, find out a bathhouse. So he goes in this spot. He said you can walk around, be an exhibitionist. That's freak party shit. You know what I mean? Even if I was in Germany, I couldn't do that. I'm not an exhibitionist. You know what I'm saying? So as a woman, you gotta think about, damn, boo, it's cool when you home alone. Maybe your kids is out. Maybe you live with whoever, and you by yourself, and now you walking around the house naked, playing music, cleaning. That's dope. You understand? But if your mentality is just to wear a bathing suit, and you couldn't have picked a better one than that. Like you can't look at the 1950s of a woman on the beach and she was out there naked. That shit is whack. So we get turned off to get turned. We get turned on to get turned off, and you don't want that because what happens is another fat ass passes by, and then that's over for you. That quick, and another one up over for her, and that's what happens now when we are with you as a woman. Now we're with you. We hit it, and we had all these expectations and all these plans and all this bullshit, and now we hit it. It was good. It was decent. Now we want to fuck your girlfriend. We want to do that same shit you just did. Now I want to do it with your sister. You know what I mean? Because you just turned me on, and now I'm like, I had it already. It's no longer new. That quick in an instant. Because new pussy, you can't fuck new pussy for a month. It's no longer new. It's new when you, man, I just hit that shit. Got nothing. That's the best. If a man wants to know Viagra, what a Viagra feels, new pussy is Viagra. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. A woman ain't got to do shit. All you got to do is stick it inside, as long as it's wet. As long as that shit is wet and tight, forget it. You ain't got to do nothing. You want to do this, suck them off, ride them. You ain't got to. Yeah, that shit. All that shit is unnecessary. You don't have to do none of that. You know what I mean? Yeah, like shout out to Shay. Yeah, that's a fact. Like she says, pin up bathing suit. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, there's as a woman, you have way too many choices. What we gonna wear on the beach? Speedos, shorts, a tank top. We got tats. You got to think about. We don't have too much to do. You understand? And a lot of women be like, "Well, if a nigga packing, he could wear this." Nah, that don't matter. The nigga could be packing and he's just not erect. That don't mean you can't go by that. You can't go by nothing until that pussy's in front of him. That's all that matters. I don't care what you see. It doesn't go like that's the gay community. They into all that dick print shit. That shit is corny. You don't know what your shit is until you in the bedroom with that nigga. That's when it's gonna count. Okay. All right. The only excuse he got is that he excited. Okay, and he can't get. But if that motherfucker is gonna give it to you, and that's what you feel, that's what the dick's going. That's where it matters. But moving along, you got to think about all that extra shit you seeing because you watching porn because he watches porn. So now you watching and you start getting tips. You don't need no tips. There's no tips. Like your shit's gonna do what it do on its own. You just got to get in. If he want this position, let him get that position. Don't. I want to try different things in the bedroom. Why? Because you're sexy. Different things in the bedroom with us is bringing another woman in here. Different things for us in the bedroom is now I want to take this same energy and go fuck my neighbor. That's how we think. But when you leave an impression on us, that's everlasting. I'm telling you from experience because, as y'all know, I had to do, not research, but I had to do an experiment. So I said, I want to see what woman here is going to be in my mind. And I'm going to remember everything about her so deep that if I was a single man, I would go back and just to talk to her. That's how big it is. Because that's what we do. We will travel far for that. A nigga will jump back on that road just to see, is so-and-so working here today? You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. God damn, shout out to the green vegan. God damn. Right? Shout out to KB. What up, KB? And I see you change your picture too. And look at you. So look at this woman here, right? You think KB needs to walk on the beach with a thong for what? Just get a ill, depending on how her body is. You know what I mean? If you got a stomach, so what? You get y'all got alternatives. Like you can have a stomach, no stomach, it don't matter. You know what I mean? There's always a fit for a woman. The problem is a man, he just gonna wear an oversized t-shirt when he out of shape. That's all. You know what I mean? So there's other things. So you as a chocolate sister, white, green, and I'm talking fluorescent green, white, yellow, bright orange. You could wear colors that complement your shit and be bad. When the light-skinned woman, she could wear that same color, but she'll look better when she gets a tan. See what I'm saying? So men don't know how to dress a woman up. They don't know how to tell you, listen, this is what you do. He's just gonna give you the regular shit, like, yo, I'm saying, like, do this, niggas like that. You don't want it with niggas like. Because what niggas like that's for a woman. You want what a man likes. That's more everlasting. You know what I mean? And there's not a lot involved in that because he can't tell you how a woman should be. He could tell you how a woman should be. He can't tell you how a sophisticated lady gonna be. That's not his set. Okay. Number one, he don't have a fucking chance. Not that he not gonna speak to her because he's a hood nigga, but he don't have a chance with that. Because once she fucks him, she's no longer sophisticated. Write it down. Once a woman has the appearance of sophisticated, she fucks scrams, it's over for her. You know, right? This sophistication is a thing inside and out. She's no longer sophisticated. The nigga come and tell me, yo, you see that? Oh, she's a beautiful. I love that woman, man. She said, man, me and my man ran a train on that bitch the other day. And I'm like, what? I'm gonna be disappointed. Even if he lying, right? But automatically, you see what ended up happening? Now she turned me off. But a sophisticated woman will never turn you off. That's everlasting. Write that down. Never, she'll never turn you off. Ever. Shout out to the Green Vegan. God damn. Listen, y'all better get with that membership. I'm telling y'all now, y'all gonna come back to YouTube. See a lot of y'all brothers coming back here today. You're gonna come back here and these chats are gonna be in membership only. You'll never be able to see it. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? YouTube encourage me. Lock your videos down. You know what I mean? As long as you got your members viewing it, that's all that matters. So I'm just like, y'all know, y'all better jump in. So I'm in this park and it didn't really start warming up until later. But I did notice black and Hispanic women ratchet. There's a lot of ratchet black Hispanic women. And you got to look at the niggas they with, if they with any. So either gonna look at the niggas they with, or you can look at them and know the type of niggas that they be with. We ain't gonna get into you are what you attract. We're gonna get into I could tell who you fuck. I could look at you and tell the type of niggas you fuck with. You know what I mean? That's a turn, and that's a turn off in its fucking self. Because if I could look at you and know that that nigga's a bum, that doesn't look good on you. You know what I mean? So because you're a reflection. Women are very easy. They reflect on a man that they deal with. That's it. You just period. If you have a woman that has the physical image of, let's just say, Angela Bassett, and then next thing you know, she's like the neighborhood old lady hoe. Like it eliminates what she looks like because now the whole hood knows it's like, yo, they passing her around all the above. To be passed around is not sophisticated. Okay. Well, what about body count? Well, once again, how does a nigga know your body count? You should never tell a man that. A woman does that. A lady would never tell. That's a disrespectful fucking question. Why would you ask me how many dicks I had inside of me? Never tell a nigga how many men you fucked. Never do that. Well, what if we did a threesome? You did a threesome and you fucked two men? Well, you just a freak. You're not sophisticated. It just automatically kills your sis. So you don't want to have this presentation on the outside. Is what I'm saying is being sophisticated on the outside. It has a lot to do with your insides. So moving along, I'm on this one ride, right? So we get on this ride, and the woman's telling us like, "Oh, they were doing that a lot. Like, y'all, one of the things are broken, so the machine gets shut down. So the good thing they got a lot of technicians out there on site because they have to. It's a fucking $1 million goddamn business. They got to make sure that these rides are working. So we go to the next thing, and it was just like this little like this little like monorail type of thing in the air. Something for me, my wife, their daughter to get on. So there's this one young lady, right? I noticed her physically first. Now check it. When I'm about to tell you what she had on, ain't even nothing. And she had a pair of sneakers on that I'm not even, to a fan of. But just listen to this, right? Now this woman, it's hard to tell up in PA because a lot of those women are mixed. You know what I mean? Like a lot of like when you live in small towns, everybody fucks everybody. So it's hard to tell if a Puerto Rican is a Puerto Rican up there. She could be black and white, or she could be black and Puerto Rican. So um, there's a lot of black women and a lot of Hispanic, and then a lot of half breed. That's that. I guess I just covered everything, but a lot of that in PA. But now, not all of them are coming from Pennsylvania. Now they're coming from Jersey, Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? People, especially Jersey, because Jersey's right there. Probably Newark. They coming from the hood. They coming from Trenton. So this one woman, and I'm looking at her, right? This is how your man undresses with his eyes. You see, when you fucking give us too much, we can't undress you. And when we undress you, that's leaving an impression because now we can vision, we imagine, we're fantasizing. But if you're walking around with your fucking ass out, after a while, we're gonna be like, damn, that bitch is still, you still ain't put clothes on, bitch. You've been walking around the park for an hour. She's gonna annoy us, even with a fatty. So the Spanish girls out there walking around with their ass out. Black chicks is walking around with their ass out. A couple of white ones, but mainly black and Hispanic was on a whole shit. And after a while, I was like, yeah, like in a strip club, you just get used to it. Yeah. Now I'm there for a few hours. I was like, that shit ain't nothing. The messy ones, woman that, this one sister was getting in the train. We was in this train. She getting in the train. She got her ass all out. I'm like, come on, sister. Like, you got your son with you. This is crazy. So anyway, this one woman, she was the one that, she opens the gate to get you on the ride. She has to make sure that you get the seatbelt buckle. And there's another one that controls it. So she's loading up. And as she's loading the people off, I'm like, damn, this little motherfucker is sexy as hell. And she just had a pair of red Jordans on, socks, of course, the tan shorts and the red shirt, which is the uniform for the staff. Kind of like the Target uniform, right? So hold on. What do you ask? Hold on. Let me get to this question real quick. He says a threesome or train if dudes on is it a threesome or a train if dudes are involved? It's a train, man. Two niggas fuck one girl, he ran a train on her. Threesome is when a nigga fuck two girls. That's a threesome. Yeah, you can't have no, you know what I mean? I mean, the real deal is if a woman's really a pro, she gonna have two niggas fuck with her at the same time. I wouldn't advise that. But I ain't gonna say I ain't even did it a few times. I damn sure did. But I'm just saying, you run a train on her. Two niggas, three niggas, four niggas a train. Once one more niggas in there. If you if uh if you and a chick is fucking and your man said, yo, he want to slide up in there and he left the room and you jumped in there, y'all ran a train on her. He don't even gotta be in the room at the same time. So either way, she's got to live with that. That's the only problem because, no woman wants nobody to know shit. They ran a train on her. That's embarrassing, especially if you black. You don't ever want to tell nobody you did that, even if you did. Never tell a nigga you did that. He'll lose respect for you. Well, then he'll still fuck you. Yeah, we'll still fuck you, but it's gonna lose respect for you. We respect classy. We don't respect assy. So yeah. Yeah, we talked about that. You heard that already, Chris. We talked about that when we did the thing with Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy spoke on. It's a train. You know what I mean? So anyway, hold on. What she say? Red pill channels me? Nah, never. Not you, Ken. Nah, not you, Ken. I was talking to Q U Hectic. That ain't you. Q U Hectic ain't been around. You know what I'm saying? If Q U Hectic was a woman, I would have threw him out of here, right? Because I'm like, yo, niggas come back and forth. I know what y'all do. You know what I mean? Because I know you can't be going to nothing like, yo, Nate, there's this other nigga that talk that shit like you. I'm like, nah, he can't talk it like me. He ain't nothing like me. You know what I mean? Yo, Nate, do you ever want to do something with a guy like you? No, I want to do shit with women that think like me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a ladies man. I don't like being around cock. I'm not into that. You know what I mean? The closest I've been around cock is when we fucked the same broad. You know what I mean? Like we ran a train on or some shit like that. But as far as me and like, yo, Nate, we need to give these pointers and kick this game and do a live stream. That shit is whack. That shit is whack as hell. Yeah, a nigga couldn't even come to me with a stupid question like that. He might as well just do what he got to do on his side. You know what I mean? So Rihanna's dresses her body perfectly as fluctuates. She's I'm not into Rihanna like that. I'm not into Rihanna. Rihanna look like she remind me of a tacky girl. See, the thing is when y'all see Rihanna, y'all looking at Rihanna like, oh, she just into her own self. No, she thinks she's in Barbados. That's the problem. She's just home and she don't give a fuck. I don't think Rihanna would get her hair done if she needed to. She just does it because she knows she's an image. They make sure bitch, you can't walk out here like that. Rihanna just stopped giving a fuck. I don't know. I can't get into her at all. I can't get in. I don't know what it is. Something about her. She just strikes me as a person that when she wakes up, you know what I mean. She smokes a cigarette, goes out there and smokes a cigarette. You know, she ain't clean a pussy. She ain't get in a shower, and she just like, all right, she could clean the kids up. You know, fuck it, like, yo, let's go to the store and have the security take out. She ain't wash her pussy all day. That's the effect that I get from her. She gives me that. You know nothing about no pussy stinking. Now we ain't gonna talk that red pill shit. You know, nothing more stinking than a nigga. You know, I'd rather take a woman's room over a fucking man's room any day. When I'm in a moving business, man's room stink like a motherfucker. I could tell when a woman's husband don't live in the house because it don't smell. Fuck that. You know, when niggas stink is a whole different because most niggas ain't take a bath in 30, 40 fucking years. You know what I mean? Niggas ain't sat in no tub and soaked their ass. You know what I'm saying? A woman goes to GYN, so she's forced to do certain shit. But him, he like, shit, I ain't fucking washing my motherfucking ass. I'm not no baby. Niggas is nasty. Nasty motherfuckers, man. Niggas is, I'm telling you, I'm in the moving business. Men's rooms stink. Man cave. I hate when I gotta move a fucking man cave and go down there and move a couch. You pick up the couch, it's all cookies under there, dirt, tissue because he beating off. It's that niggas are nasty. I rather move a woman cave any day. Because when you move a woman's room, she may have panties under there, little shit, but with, a dildo every now and then I see. But you want to be around that. Oh, God, there's a dildo. But there's nothing worse than messing up a man's room, stinking socks, his feet stink. Men just have a different odor. You know what I mean? You put me in my nose is so sensitive. I could tell a difference between a man house and a woman house. I could you could put me in a used car. I could tell you who was in that motherfucker, a man or a woman. It's a difference. Men stink. Right? I'm telling you, these some stinking motherfuckers. But anyway, we'll get back to stink foot. It's his feet. You ever looked at a man's foot? Yeah, I know he goes and get his nails done and act like a little bitch, but every now and then. But niggas' feet just stink. It's just a different odor. Well, if you got a stink foot as a woman, it smell like a man. That's the difference. Like, because that's not you. So if your feet stink, that means you gave up. When his feet stink, that's a regular fucking day. You know. You know, put a woman's sock in my face any fucking day. A man's sock. Come on. That'll kill you. But anyway, so what was I saying? I'll be going back and forth. So, this woman, right? So she had a regular uniform on. And I remember her. Listen to how impressive. I'm telling you from real time. So she's putting she started buckling the people. So then I noticed that I'm saying, I like how she's into the job. And I'm looking at her panty line and I'm like, this motherfucker's mean. She's a problem. She is a, if she wore what these girls wore in this park right now, let's just say she had on, first of all, she gonna destroy the whole game. The crazy part is she had on clothes like all the rest of them, right? It wasn't even fitting like crazy. It was fitting just enough for me to know she didn't have a thong on, so she wasn't even trying. She had panties on, but it wasn't granny panties. You know what I mean? The in between panties, right? So this is what she's looking visually, just from the back. Then I seen her face. I said, damn, pretty too. This little motherfucker's nice, right? Baddest shit I seen in the whole fucking park. I swear to goodness, right? So my turn, we get up on the machine. So my wife and daughter got to get into one thing. I can't fit with them because I'm a big nigga. So she said, you got to go on this one yourself. So as I sat down, she seen my daughter trying to jump in my cart. So you could see that she was big on. You could see that she loved the layout of the family. That's the impression instantly I picked her from her because I could see how she was staring at us. So she's laughing. So my daughter had to go back in there with my wife, right? So as we are moving around, she's like, she said, no, put your legs this way. So she's telling me how to position my legs. So she's giving me that, you know, that what's the thing called when women do? When she's giving you that, oh shit, what's the word, ladies? Where, um, yeah, hospitable. She's giving me that, what's the word? Somebody give it to me in the chat, right? Men feet, some stinking motherfuckers. I'm telling you, we're gonna get on them stink feet, motherfuckers, man. I could look at a nigga know his feet stink just from looking at him. I'm like, that nigga's feet must stinking than a motherfucker. Um, she was very. What's the word I'm looking for when a woman is hospitable to a man? Like the woman's touch. She's fixing my shit up. She's being a lady. You feel where I'm going with that? Oh my God, the words on the tip of my tongue. I use it all the time. This is the impression she had. Because I'm in fantasy land. Like, I'm like, this little motherfucker is bad. Nurturing. Thank you, KB. There it goes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She got it right on the top. See? Thank you, KB. Your fine ass self. So she was very nurturing. Just clicking my belt, making sure my legs, she ain't touching me. And then she's smiling. I remember the smile. I remember her vividly. Vividly. And she's smiling like just watching us. Because we're like the only black family on there that they ain't looking like niggas. So there's this one ahead of me, a fat kid. This little nigga had to be like 250. And he probably was like 9 years old. So it was him, another fat kid, and then they said they niece. So I was a little nervous. You know, as a parent, now you'd be like, the little niece is acting up. I'm like, yo, why don't you go get a one thing I learned about ghetto black mothers, they let everybody be their babysitter to their kids. I don't like that. Like, go on with my son and you'll be okay. No, like this, the parent should have been upstairs. This kid is 2 years old and she's around these little 8-year-old kids and they got to be responsible for this little baby. So I told the dude, like, she was acting up. I'm like, yo, why don't you call her? Is her mother here? He said, yes, my mother's here, but they want us to diss my niece. I'm like, yo, you should call your mother and tell her that the daughter's acting up because I can't really do nothing. But as a parent, what bothers me now, I have to speak up. So I got to be able to deal. I'm gonna have to deal with that ghetto father or mother, one way or another. Especially the ghetto father, because he always want to use a fucking gun. So you got to watch that. But you got to speak up, because I don't want this little girl getting hurt. So she clicked my shit in there, and then we rolled around, and she's smiling like you. The impression I got from her, she was looking at how I was with my daughter. That's the impression she gave me. She ain't give me that. I don't know, she checking you out. No. I think she was just looking the impression of how my daughter was with me, how she ran out the cart to go sit in me, and she couldn't fit because I'm taking up the whole cart. So we go around, we come back around. They unclick us. So now some people's laughing. You know, they laughing because they see the big nigga come out. And she said, "You did good." Right. But you know, again, she wasn't being evasive. She wasn't trying to interfere. It was none of that. She wasn't trying to even get on no bullshit. Right. So I left. And I'm just like, damn, that little motherfucker's bad. Like, just sweet. She's classy. She's sweet. And physically, she just does a knockout. Now, Mike, she had nothing revealing on. She just looked like she was regular. So we get to the next machine because they fixed it. I said, let's go over there to the next ride. They fixed it because they fixed this shit quick out there. I'm like, oh, that shit going to there. I'm a sucker. I don't like rides, right? I'm a little punk when it comes to rides, right? So we get over there, ladies and gentlemen. Guess who came over? The fucking girl from the next ride because it was right next door. She was over here. So now she sees us. We just left the ride and got over here. So um this time you had to go inside like this thing, like a gate. You had to open the gate up and get in there, and the shit goes up in the air and it spins around. So once again, um, you know, I ain't doing no thirsty shit. So my daughter and my wife get into the thing, and then we supposed to all three. I said, I can't get in that shit. I'm gonna break it because it swings. So she laughed. The girl laughed. She's, a little laugh, not no ghetto laugh. She's like, well, I said, can I get in this by myself? She said, yeah, you get in yourself. So I opened the gate up, and you know, me, once I go up, I start making noises. I'm like, oh shit, having fun, whatever, people laughing or whatever down on the ground and shit. So I get back downstairs, the girl's right there. She opens the gate up. I'm just like, yo, this little motherfucker is mean. I said, I did a good job, right? She said, yeah, you did good. Boom, I was out. My wife is so smart. She was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because later on she talked about it. I said, the motherfucker in that whole park that shut everything down was that woman. She said, yeah, I know you was flirting with her. Now, mind you, right? Women pick up things, especially my wife. She knows me. So she knows that subtle beauty does it. As much as they're your peoples over there, we playing games, and then also your peoples right there. Everybody walking around with thongs. She said, my wife is tapping my back like, yo, look at this shit. I can't make this up. Like she's tapping my back like, yo, my wife is tapping my back. That's why I don't gotta be around niggas. Because my wife is my nigga. She tapping my back like, what in the fuck you gotta? I'm like, yo, I can't. I couldn't believe it. Nudity. Only thing, if the woman could walk, if they had said y'all could walk around and naked, they would have took it all off. That's how bad it was. It was crazy. So, but with her, I don't remember nobody else. I don't remember no. This woman left such a lasting impression on me because she was so sophisticated inside and out. Now, well, Nate, could you tell the type of guy she attracts? She probably attracts a piece of fucking shit. She probably ends up being with a piece of garbage. But with a sophisticated lady, that can't break her down. Because the problem is, ain't enough men to go around to appreciate that. That's the problem. Being a woman, you can fuck any nigga. But when you sophisticated, it's totally different. Now, does she lose points with that? She can't lose points if she's a sophisticated lady beyond all that, and a nigga is now he's beneath her. You dig? But if she was a woman fucking a nigga like that, she can't be sophisticated. She's sophisticated already. That's her nature. I can feel it. I felt it. Because I was in that park for 5-6 hours and nobody had left an impression like that on me. And I know I would never forget her. You understand? So by the time this element is going, I'm just like, damn, this little like, forget modeling for I want to see her naked. It was, yo, just put her in some nice fit. Like, you know what I mean? She's up here in Pennsylvania, dry ass fucking state. Dress her up, get her a nice little dress, get her some nice little cute little Birkenstocks. You know what I'm saying? Put a cute little hat on her, a purse. She could fuck. She's gonna be able to fuck shit up without being naked, and that's the key. I know. Believe me, I could see her body. I know her body's fabulous. That was an understatement. But you know what I mean? We don't need to get there. There's a whole shit of things that you can wear and feel good. You understand? I know I had the impression on her where I'm like, yo, let me tell you something. You are the most classiest, sophisticated lady I seen on this whole shit. And you know what? She would have melted because she know it was coming from a real man. You understand where I'm coming from? So sophisticated ladies, we connect. We understand each other. That's my point. She was picking up. This wasn't no ordinary man here. She's around people all day. And I seen her interacting and she's giving basic nurturing to the people, but I said, this woman is overqualified for doing this job. This woman she needs to be in a big environment where people are feeling that graciousness because she had it. You know what I mean? So that's very, very important. And I think that moving along, um, yes, I get we extended, it was my daughter's birthday, so we did her birthday from Thursday through yesterday. Yesterday I was slammed though. I was all fucked up because it was just too much. I did 3 amusement parks in a row. And then yesterday we just ended up going to Walmart. So we went to Walmart and guess who I see, ladies and gentlemen? Guess who I see, ladies and gentlemen? Oh yes, the manager was there. And she got a haircut too. Yeah, she got her haircut into a cute little style, little bob. Her shit was looking nice. Now, mind you, when she was there, I seen her in front of the store, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, all right, but I'm out of it now because the 3 days, sucked me dry physically, right? So, I don't know what I was doing because it was like I was just you know, like jet lag. It feels like jet lag. So I don't know. We did some weird shit. So I'm like, she's like, oh, my wife's like, there goes your girl. I was like, well, what I got to do now, mind you, I kind of forgot what I was kind of connecting with her for because the first impression was this woman has such an appeal and she's destroying all these women in the store and they all walking around naked. So that's when you really know when a woman sticks out, right? So I get back, we get to the car, and then I'm like, you know what? So I seen her again. I'm like, yo, let me go back in there and just connect with this sister and then I get back in there and I seen that she was working. She had these 2 dudes around. I said, you know what? Let me leave that shit. Like I went to the bathroom because I couldn't get into it. The vibe wasn't there as far as like I just needed to go home, right? So I couldn't really get into it. I didn't want my shit coming off as I'm trying to bag her. So I said, no big deal. So another time. But still in all, when I walked back in and she turned around, but I'm just looking like a regular person. So she had no doubt I was gonna say anything. But I was like, I gotta get this woman on this fucking channel. I gotta get her here so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Now, mind you, the average guy, he ain't gonna understand what the fuck I'm talking about because he doesn't know. See, a lot of times y'all hear these men, right? Shout out to Lil Crystal. What up, Lil Crystal? God damn. Shout out to the new membership. God damn. See, I tell you, see, people, you see all these fine sisters just walking in here. It's crazy. And they members. They official. So what was crazy was, and I want to give you an example right now. Let me kind of share this on the screen. I want you to understand. Watch how I go with this, right? So as y'all know, Starlets is my favorite strip club in New York City, right? It's my favorite. It's my favorite strip club in New York City, right? Yeah. I don't care what strip club you go to out of town, ain't nothing gonna fuck with this shit here. Nothing in the United States. Because number one, New York chicks gotta come correct up here because they're gonna give it to you. We polished up here. So whatever you see in Atlanta, the further you go up north, the less slutty it is. Right? So you go down south, Miami, down here sticking tongues out, spanking the ass, sticking your finger in all that. You know what I'm saying? Fingering ain't nothing wrong with fingering. I believe a lot of men need to get into that. Get into fingering, man. Like sometimes you don't even fingering alone, man, is just an amazing experience. If you have the privilege to finger a woman and just leave that impression like y'all went home and she let you know what I mean? Put your shit in her dugout like that. And y'all kissing and all that, man. That's an amazing privilege. You ain't always gotta hit it. You know what I mean? Sometimes maybe your feet stink that day, niggas. Maybe your ass and balls. Like just, you know what I mean? Fingering is great. But anyway, we'll get to that another topic. So anyway, what I want to show you is how we perceive things. And I want you to understand the difference between inside and out sophistication. Now, the women in this, now by the time I get to, I dealt with this manager before, so I already know that she's probably one of the finest brown skinned sisters I've ever seen in an environment like that. Because once again, she's in a uniform. She's around all these Spanish sluts walking in there with their BBLs and walking in, because Linden, New Jersey, a whole bunch of holes in there. But again, you get after a while, you get you get tired of that shit quick. It's weird. Like I did this little thing. I told the Green Vegan about this, right? So yesterday I did this other experiment. Before I went to Walmart, I was going in the Western Beef, which is this local store we got in, this local supermarket. So there's this woman and her mother looked like our aunt, and she had this big fat ass, right? And she had this tight pencil skirt, the tube shit, whatever, right? Tight, like just everything out there, everything, no pen, just everything, it's nasty. And a lot of times, a lot of men don't know that women have to wear thongs because the panty line. Plus, she got like, a little situation down there, blood coming out or whatever. You got to have a panty to protect it. You don't want it just all open and God forbid she has a mishap. So anyway, I'm telling you this from an experience. So I'm there with my uncle. I send my uncle in the store. I'm like, yo, just get this for me. I'm going to stay in the car. So the nigga walks into the store. I see this big old fat ass. And now I'm in man mode. I'm like, God damn, look at this ass. So then I'm like, let me go in the store myself. You know what I mean? Fuck this nigga. I'm gonna go in there and, get this shit myself. So I go in the store, ladies and gentlemen, I kid you not, look at this. So I go in the store. It must have been a minute. You know what I mean? I put the car in park, I walk in the store. I gotta see this ass in the store. So I go over there by the sandwich spot. I told my man because he works in there in the not the butcher department, the deli department. So I seen him. So then I look and see the chick, and I'm like, oh, ladies and gentlemen, that fucking cricket died. I said, nah, that shit's just trash. He's just a slut. That fucking fast. When I tell you it had to be 3 minutes, I walked in the store because visual, oh shit, oh shit. And then when I got it in, I seen her and she's with her, I guess her mother, she's an older woman, but she was when her mother was older. So I look and I'm like, eh, she doing too much. It turned me off that fucking fast. So the first visual, it's like, ooh, 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 ooh. That's what every woman wants. Oh my God. But everlasting. Fast forward, the fucking woman and goddamn that is gonna come here to the B mindset. I'm determined because I want you to see what I'm talking about. Now again, you may see what was the big deal, and I'm like, nah. It's everlasting impression. Impression. You want an impression on a man. You want an impression on people. You want your insides and outside to be so sophisticated. You don't even argue with a fucking family member. They can't even pull you into it. Your energy is protected so well. They can't even you hear the drama because the devil's gonna test you. You be like, man, get the fuck out. I got no time for that bullshit. You see one corny nigga do something, you like, listen, darling, have a good day. You know what I mean? You got the ex-boyfriend calling, you like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. I'm not even the same person. And he knows it because you block his ass. You understand? So these everlasting impressions still are hitting me. I've been in all these parks and I can only remember one woman. I'm in Walmart and I'm like, there's only one woman in here that fucks this whole shit up. So by the time I walked in the store and I seen that big old fat ass, it died. Now, let's go a little deeper. Okay, this is as you can see, this is one of the biggest clubs in New York City. That's Offset, right? So starlets, if you rich, you're gonna be there. If you hustling, you got major fucking money. Okay, none of these women are reachable physically. Sexy, they're strippers, so they unfortunately they can't be sophisticated, but you know what I mean. But you sexy, and sexy still good. Don't get it fucked up. But this is the type of woman that these niggas attract. You got niggas like Offset because the nigga coming up there with $1 million worth of jewelry. You know what I mean? He's rich and famous. Cardi B is baby's father. All the above. You know what I'm saying? Um, and he's a fashion nigga. So it is what it is. Southern nigga, but whatever, right? But this is the type of woman that nigga Offset attracts. Okay, so let's understand this right here. Was there anything that looked like this out there in the park? Yes, they were. But what's dope about it, if the woman was smart, she didn't look like that. She was low key. She probably had a nice fresh pair of kicks on her feet, nice shorts, hair pulled back. You would never know. This right here is not accessible to the average man, just visually, because this is a 10. Average nigga will tell you he may like this, but he ain't attracting this because he ain't fucking this. To even fuck this girl in a strip club on some prostitute shit, so probably gonna cost you at least a damn band, at least a band, easy, minimum. So this is a bad bitch, and I get it. Every woman wants to be the bad bitch, the bad bitch. This is a bad motherfucker. The problem is, hold on, what she said? Show Palace is where the average man in New York. Yeah, that shit is garbage. That shit is going nothing fucking with nothing fucking with starlets. Nothing. These motherfuckers is ridiculous. Everything in there is ridiculous. Cause he don't hire trash. Physically. You know what I mean? All his shit is retarded bad bitches. So the type of level a nigga that walk in here, no red pill niggas walking up in this motherfucking club. He doesn't have a chance. You understand? Oh, what is that? So let me see. So let me move on. So another picture. Okay, so you got the BBL things, you got all these things. Now these are all made up women, all the above, and I don't want you getting. What I'm trying to tell you is all this shit is cool if you a stripper, if you in a bedroom with a nigga, if you fuck with a nigga. This right here is all good. It's totally understandable, but you can't have this appeal on the street and fuck with no official nigga. French Montana's in there. See, all these rich niggas, because niggas know these bitches is bad, and bad bitches know niggas. These women know the type of niggas they attract. They know the deal. So a man can't look with a straight face and say he ain't attracted to that. What it is that he know he can't get that, and he puts it on you as a black woman. See, with that fucking black low vibrational man, he knows he gonna spend his whole check on her in one night, just blown on tips. He gonna blow $1,000, $1,500 on her because she has that ability, but he can't even get her. But there's another nigga that don't even go to the strip club, and she calls him when she's finished because that's her boo. That's, you know what I mean? He's on a whole different level. But once again, this is not sophistication. This is sexy. And this is a woman. This is not a lady. You understand? It's not a discredit. It's still, you know what I mean? She's still on some major shit. There's another one, okay? She's a bad motherfucker, another one. These are all fine ass broads. Now, again, if you're working in a strip club and you like, yo, Nate, come through, and this is the type of, you know what I mean? I got this dope ass fucking outfit, this costume I'm wearing. They call them costumes. And I'm going to be like, God damn, you can't walk this street like this. You can't be in a club like this. This is for the strip club. You understand? This is for the bedroom. If you got your man, your husband, and you like, yo, I want to give a impression. Yeah, you want to leave that nigga an impression on your nigga you fucking with? That's different. But you can't come out into the world like this, because what's going to end up happening is even this is going to get boring. Why? Because the next bitch is going to be better. Watch. It just keeps going and going and going. See? It just keeps going. Now she walks in the room and you're like, damn, who's that? Then after her, you're like, damn, who's this? It just keeps going on and on. Because after a while, they all look the same. And these motherfuckers is all dime pieces. No eights here. Everything is a dime. Right? Boom. You go to the next one. Now you look at her, man, I'll take that. Then you see her. God damn, look at her. And look at her. And look at her. And look at it, keeps going and going and going and going. It's nonstop. Nonstop. Okay? Nonstop. Look at this bad. Now, look at this bad chocolate sister here. If anything you're gonna do, if you're a stripper, Now you got to conduct yourself like a lady in public. Her job now is to look like the woman that I seen where low key. You don't even know she's a stripper. You should never look at a woman in daytime clothes and say she must be a stripper. A lot of y'all strippers do that though. You fuck it all up because you look like strippers. Now you look like drag queens because it looks weird. But in the club, the lights are dimmer. You got the blue. You know what I mean? Even the fake asses look good because everything looks good there. You understand? So, boom, that's her. Then another one. Then another one. You know what I mean? Then another one. All different shades of women. They don't discriminate in this club, right? Then another one. 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 It just keep all these motherfuckers is bad. All of them. So everybody wants to be the bad bitch, right? The problem is with these women, they come a dime a dozen in that environment. They come a dime a dozen, right? So being that she comes a dime a dozen, you may listen to a man and say, well, they doing what men want. Yeah, well, what men want in a strip club is exactly that. However, on a sophisticated level, that's a whole different ball game. Number one, a sophisticated woman ain't gonna be working here. Let's get that straight. Okay. If you have a little sophisticated because she's wearing all these outfits in the privacy of her home or your home and y'all gonna that's different. She still could hold the torch. She can't hold the torch and you do this for a living. So a lot of men they give themselves the strength, like, fuck it, that's why that bitch is a hoe. Don't listen to that. Because he can't even get everything I showed you, he can't fuck none of them. He can't. That's why he's saying it. Because if he was about that life, he wouldn't even make a comment like that. So you in turn be like, oh, they dissing us, they pulling. He can't get nothing here. Nothing. Nothing. Everything I'm showing you right now, he can't is not reachable. He ain't fucking with that. But again, this is bedroom clothes. Unless you're in a strip club, this is what you wear. You can wear all these outfits as a lady, as a woman at home. You don't wear this in the street. That's not lady. You know what I mean? You just don't do that. Okay, all these motherfuckers is retarded bad, right? And they got all different ones. What's the excuse? Oh, I like this. It doesn't matter what he likes. What does he fuck with? Because once he tells you what he's like, that's his expectations talk. Don't listen to him. Okay? What do you say? I'm straight and they make me say, shush, I'm telling you. These motherfuckers is nothing to fuck with. You know what I mean? So now with a man, because I had the privilege of going to this club multiple times. And there's a time when we go home and like, time to leave. Because after a while, you see so much as you get used to it. But the thing you don't ever get used to is that fucking woman that got that lasting impression, that goddamn lady, that sophisticated lady. She eliminates all this. Because now when you leave, you want to go see her. God damn it. Let me just call on the phone. Where you coming from? You don't want to tell her where you came from. And even if you did you have a good time? Yeah, I had a good time. How was it? It was cool. I would have rather had dinner with you. I would have rather you want to go get something to eat? Sure. You don't even want to go over there and fuck her. You done seen all these sluts, bad sluts. You tipped her, you blew money, and meanwhile, you know what? I could have just stayed here and had dinner with her and chilled out. You want some breakfast? Sure. Where you want to go? Well, meet me at so and so. Okay, give me an hour. I'm on the way. That's you know what I mean. That goes far. Or you talk to her until you home. Baby, you home yet? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going ready to go to sleep. You sure you good? Yeah. You know what I mean? That lasting impression. Yes, we love thoughts. I love thoughts. We all love. Men love thoughts. I love all this shit I'm showing you. I love it. All of it. All of it. Even some of them that had work over it. All of them, especially these motherfuckers. I like it all. Okay. But as I'm showing you, it's just different. Well, see what I mean? Come on now. Come on. Are you fucking kidding me? So again, anybody can look like this. They fit. What is the difference? They fit their body. I don't care how big you are. I don't care if you're large. I don't care if you're skinny. For a woman, there's an outfit for you. There's always going to be something for you. We're limited. You know what I mean? Oh boy, let me get this nigga out. See what I mean about? See, this is what I'm talking about, right? You get clown niggas like this, right? This is the downfall, right? So I got this bozo that just left a message, right? He says these are AI pictures. Now this fucking clown is a troll. I go to these clubs. Every woman I seen here, I seen them in person. Okay, this is in Queens, New York. Ain't nothing AI about seeing these women in person. But when you hear a fucking jerk like this is the problem, ladies and gentlemen. And what you got to do, you you got to do what I just did. You just eliminate them. That's it. Okay, our version of class or sophisticated in a man is debonair, right? I'm just giving you an example because I was just going to block him from Richard, but I just want to give you an example. You don't entertain that. That's dirt. Don't talk to these motherfuckers. They salty. They bitter. Don't listen to them. You know, and it's contagious. Because see, with me, I can't be around a nigga like that because that's contagious. I don't want to have what he got. When I walk into that motherfucking store, yes, I said, I'm not even really in the mood, but I'll catch you another time. You understand? She'll get on the. I'm very determined. She will be here in the B mindset. You watch what I do. That's the difference. Don't listen to men. You can't listen. Listen to a real motherfucker like me. I'm telling you the truth. Listen to a man because I can speak for men. I can speak for the male to a degree. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? I was a male before I was a man, right? So I can speak for him, but you don't want to impress him. You don't want to have an impression on that motherfucker. He's worthless. You know what I mean? These girls don't respect males. You know what I mean? They know they value, especially just physically. They know they bad. The problem is they come in their environment, they come a dime a dozen because they all look like this. You know, you see a fucking corny ass southern corny fuck like that. You know, he's saying he's an AI. And if they AI, why don't he go to the club? He ain't gonna do shit. Only thing he should have been telling me right now is, yo, Nate, I'm gonna go to Starlets. That's all. Go to their website and go to the fucking and take a visit there. He won't do that. He's just gonna make comments and drag and drag. That's what he does. You can't argue with these motherfuckers. When you in an environment of clown niggas, don't give them no shine. On the inside, don't fuck with him. You just can't. Don't fuck with him because he's worthless. Because what you're going to be doing in yourself, you're going to put yourself into a position of now you're going to develop his low self-esteem. He's a loser. Um, a baddie could be universal though, corporate baddie, etc. Most know stripper. No such thing as a corporate baddie. You either sophisticated or you not. You either a woman or you a lady. No such thing. No such thing. Strippers are baddies. They're not ladies. You know what I mean? Shayla, you gotta start learning shit here. You starting to fuck up, man. You should have just asked me, Nate, can a can a baddie be universal? You asked the question. I'm the man. I'm the visual. Remember, you're not. You're a woman. I'm a man. I can speak for men. You can't. You're a woman. You can't say what men want. You could say what men told you what they want. You can't say what men want because you don't know. I'm telling you from a man. Ain't a woman in this motherfucker that I wouldn't top on. You understand? But the impression you got to think about is two different impressions. You got a woman and you got a lady. Ladies leave a big impression on the man. Right. I know that. I know you learn it. Right. You understand? So let me give you an example. Right now, as I'm looking through all these photos, I'm going to get bored. Watch when I get bored. I'm going to get bored soon because I feel it coming in. Right. So boom, watch. Here's another one. And another one. And another one. Some of them are made up, some of them had surgery. And another one. And another one. And another one. And another one. It just keeps going. Just keeps going. Right? It's AI to that fucking asshole because that's all he see, you gotta remember when a nigga calls this all AI, that's an internet troll. Don't listen to him. He has a lot of fucking power because he's on the internet. But you don't talk to him. You understand? Can a baddie be universal? A baddie's a baddie. A lady's a lady. Two different things. You don't want to be a baddie. You want to be a lady because baddies come dime a dozen. Everybody's a baddie. Any woman could walk around in her fucking underwear and be a baddie. Any woman could be cute and get her hair and makeup done and be a baddie. That's great. You either want to be, you could look. Well, how about Alicia Keys? Alicia Keys can be. She's masculine, but she can be a baddie. Do her hair and makeup. Put her in one of these photos. She could be a baddie. She's a cute bitch. She's a pretty girl. You know what I mean? You could doll up a woman and be a baddie, but ain't too many women could be a lady, a sophisticated lady. That's different. When a sophisticated lady walks up in this club, these women are going to be uncomfortable. They're going to be like, God damn, that fucking woman is amazing. Look at her. It's a difference. You understand? Shout out to April. God damn. Why is this shit doing this? Why did it just... Y'all can hear me? Hold on. My shit just tweaked real quick. Hold on. Make sure my shit... Okay. All right, so here we go. Here in New York, we don't do the dark skin, light skin, brown skin. A bad bitch is a bad bitch. This motherfucker is flawless. So if a woman that looks like this and she's walking around a park with a thong on, what is the point? She either wants to have attention or she's getting a suntan. She doesn't need a suntan. She's black. You understand what I'm saying? So here we go. Y'all ready? Here we go. Bad bitch, bad bitch, bad bitch. I'm not even. I already know how to give it up in this club. So everything's gonna be ridiculous. Bad bitch, bad bitch, bad bitch, bad bitch. Okay. God damn, she's bad. Bad bitch keeps going on. It just keeps going on and on and on and on. You want me to do it again? Bad bitch, bad bitch, bad bitch, baddie. These are all baddies, all of them. Okay, baddies, all of them. Okay, this is what they attract. That's what baddies attract. Take a look. I want you to look at that. That's what you attract. Now, the pool of that is a lot of competition, but look, that's what you attract. You attract niggas that's like that or want to be them niggas. That's what you attract. You think a corny fuck like that, that's AI. He doesn't get those type of women. It's a piece because he doesn't know because he he believes it's AI because he never seen nothing like that. You can't talk to a fucking loser like that. He's a piece of dirt. He's worthless. He's useless. You understand? You got to talk to a nigga like me that been there. I live near this shit. This is in my fucking city. And ain't nothing fake here. Now, the only thing that's fake in is you got to feel some BBLs and shit like that, but I'm saying the women are the woman. It is what it is, right? Come on, this shit broke again on me. Damn, hold on. This fucking wire's starting to go. It's crazy. Let me make sure my audio's good. So, let me go again. So, this is the type of niggas that they attract. That's what they attract. Now, if that's what you into, you know what I mean? And this is DeVito. It's a celebrity. But look at his jewelry. This is what those type of women, this is they attract. They attract rich street niggas, celebrities, okay? All of that. This is what they attract. You see? That's what they attract when them bottles is going up. So, number one, you can't walk in this bitch and your money's dead. You walk up in here and you broke, nigga, you gonna feel it. You leave, you're gonna turn your own self off, okay? Because number one, you can't be broke and walk in this motherfucker. Okay, it costs $100 just to walk into the fucking club, just to get in. Okay, unless you know somebody. So the average nigga ain't fucking these type of women. You know what I mean? However, again, this is the highest you can go with this shit. This is a white bitch. She got to be bad because she's working there. You dig? So again, could you look like this for the nigga that you dating? Yes. Could you like this for your husband, your boyfriend? Yes. Would you look like a goddamn fool when you walk in the street like this? Yes, you are. Because all it's going to take is another woman to do the same shit you doing, and she's going to destroy you. And another one, and another one. But when you classy, it's different. Number one, you can't talk to certain motherfuckers when you're a lady. You can't have certain conversations with family members. Them days is over. Family drama, you can't be a lady and deal with that. That's off limits. That's below you. But you can't do that no more when you transform. You understand? You got to remember, with a black woman, you need a full restoration. It's like getting a car that was from the 1960s, and we're going to restore this motherfucker and bring it back and add value onto it. Write that down. You need a full restoration, black woman. Badly. Your mind, your motherfucking inside, your outside, what you eat, what you do, who you fuck, who you friends with, where, you know what I mean? Fuck where you work and your credit. Who gives a fuck about your credit? I don't give a fuck about credit. So what? I don't care where you work and what your credit is. What is that doing for me? Why don't you feel something to do good for you? What's the point of having good credit? You're gonna go get into more debt? That's all it is. It just gives you credit to borrow. Okay? Step your money up. You need a full restoration, black woman. All right? We restore cars. You need to restore your fucking self. Restore yourself, black woman. You need a full restoration. Fuck that nigga. That bum ass nigga won't have a chance. And if he gonna be a damn street nigga, at least he be rich. If you're gonna be a hoe, if you're gonna be slutty, at least attract niggas with money. You always talk about money. God damn it, I'm okay. Call me obsessed with money. I don't think I am, but god damn, it's all about the goddamn money. Nobody give a fuck about your credit cards. You gonna be a dumb bitch fucking nigga that got bread. You gonna get pregnant from a nigga fucking nigga that got money. Don't fuck no broke nigga. Broke niggas are useless. Okay? Red pill niggas are useless. Those are not men. Those are internet fucking trolls. They're worthless. You made them niggas valuable. Why don't you put the value into your goddamn self? Now, are these women competing? Of course they're competing. They all bad. And they still want love. They still want a boyfriend. You need to restore. We restore cars. You see all them niggas down south restoring all them damn donks and all them 1972 cutlasses. Yeah, and what do? They take a piece of shit car and make it into a $200,000 vehicle. Restore yourself, black woman. Restore yourself. Oh, black women ain't shit. Where? There's not a busted. I haven't showed you a busted bitch yet on this whole stream. I haven't. I haven't showed you one busted woman yet. Not one. Not one. You think the average guy is going to roll up and get one of these women? No. Unless he got money, she'll talk to him if he's going to give her a $50 tip. You think he could roll up to a woman like this in Walmart and have a conversation? No, he cannot. You think a man's going to call her and ask this? You think these women care about credit scores and all that bullshit? Unless they listen to that fucking orangutan on YouTube, yes, they do. Okay, now she got low self-esteem. She's useless. You got to take a pick. Transform from that woman shit. Go into sophistication. Trust me. Thank me later. You leave an impression on a nigga. Look at the impression that woman left on me. She wasn't naked. Not either one of them. Both women was never naked. Okay? One was thick. One was slim. I'll never forget them. And that's the same thing. He can't leave an impression on a woman because he's not debonair. He ain't got no fucking swag. Nothing. So he goes on the internet and troll. He does a big fill. He's angry because he knows when he goes to a place like this, he's going to be fucking uncomfortable. And he's around pussy. So he has to take his ass to Colombia to get something that look like that. He got to go all the way to Colombia. He can't even get it in New York, Jersey, Boston, Connecticut, Delaware, fucking Philly, North Carolina, Atlanta. He can't even go to none of these states and meet one fucking bitch. What a goddamn shame. And you listen to that fucking loser? He don't know nothing about women. He's not a ladies' man. Never listen to a man that's not a ladies' man because he doesn't attract nothing. This woman right here is Indian. Look at her, Middle Eastern. Look at this fucking bad bitch from head to toe. Look at her. You heard that bozo? He said it's AI. He doesn't believe these women exist. And the sad part is they're reachable in a sense that all he got to do is go into the club. Good luck with that. So when these niggas want to bet me, I'm challenging them. Yeah, we can do it, nigga. We can put the money up because I'm gonna set the bar high. Because when I tell these women this man wants to talk to you and go over there and get that, he ain't gonna approach not one woman on this damn, not one woman on this platform. He won't do it. He said when they discussed among these friends, they call these women mid. Yeah, don't listen to that. Ain't nothing here mid. Everything is fucking dimes, dime statuses. That's why the millionaires are there. Okay. When you see the millionaires in it, that's what. Let me tell you. Anytime you see millionaires hanging out in the club, and the bitches is there, that coincides together. It doesn't matter what he says because real life, this is what it is. This is the real shit. This is where it matters. So all that nigga talk, all that mid this, mid that, he a bozo nigga would call the woman I said that had their impression, the classy, sophisticated lady that was at the young lady that was at Dorney Park. He would say, well, she's not sophisticated working there. She's not sophisticated. She's mid-level. She's a 2. Again, a guy like that, I don't talk to guys like that. I don't have conversations with men like that. I don't know guys like that. The niggas I know on the least level would want her to dress up in one of these outfits. That's about it. Because I know if she wore that shit, they're going to fuck shit up, both of them. That fucking Walmart bitch and that fucking girl from Dorney Park. If they chose to do that. So that's an understatement. Forget that vision. But she could wear a whole bunch of fit and be the shit. It's a whole different level. You can't. I don't listen. Those guys don't have access to me. So when you're a woman, you got access to clowns like that. He can't. He's not accessible to you when you're a sophisticated lady. He can't know how to deal with you. He can't have a conversation with me. We're not going to be talking like, yo, what up, big bro? We can't have a conversation because once he says, yeah, man, these women, they on some bullshit, I'm out the door. Because he's gonna spray that fucking venom on me and it's gonna become contagious. That's called loser status. I don't fuck with niggas like that. That's dirt. All these motherfuckers is bad. Okay? You want me to show you another one? Is look, okay, she got all out of surgery on. Okay. Even though she's still there. She's there. She's a little more natural. Look at her. Yeah, she got some little body work, but look at her. You think the average motherfucker is gonna be able to talk to her and say hello? First of all, you gotta find her. Where's she? Where's she at? It just keeps going on and on and on. Then they'll tell you nobody want no stripper. He's lying. He's a fucking liar. Okay? Ain't a man in this world that would not fuck none of these women here. Are you fucking kidding me? There's not a man that wouldn't do it. Okay? But a lot of niggas dream it. That's the problem. So when you see the Lalas and all of them, they influenced by this. Then they see all these niggas.
Saturday night. You see it. It's going down at the world famous starters with the world famous
Big Draco.
Big
Y'all know what's going
Draco.
on, man. So how about rock out?
Saturday night starters.
Yeah, but these niggas is around that money. See what I mean? You see? They're around that. They're around these type of niggas. It's a different world. But it's a very impactful world because this world is Cardi B, because Cardi B came from this world. Okay? All right. Cardi B came from this world. Sexy Red doesn't represent this world. She represents Dirty Ratchet. We don't fuck with that. Okay? So let's just say this would be an elegant looking picture. This would be a sophisticated looking photo. Okay? I'm not going to say it's not. But she's still a stripper. You understand? So in his mind, he know he can't get it, so he's gonna be like, "Fuck that stripper bitch. Nobody gonna want her. Everybody gonna want her now. They ain't no fucking. Everybody gonna want her. The only problem is she got a lot of competition because there's a lot of women that look like that. That's the problem, especially in that lifestyle. Okay. So I think you've seen enough, right? This is all just Just whatever. They all just it just keeps going and going and going. This is what these niggas want. Okay? This ain't no average. That ugly ass nigga right there ain't no average nigga because he with her. His money gotta be long. See? His money gotta be long to fuck with that. Gotta be. Just the fact that he's next to it. He doing something. See? A Boogie. These niggas are blowing 50,000 in a club in one night. The nigga be like, I could never do that. Yeah, don't listen to him. He's a dreamer. He gonna see a bitch like this and fall in love with her. So all that dark skin, light skin bullshit y'all talk, that doesn't exist here in New York. We don't deal with that. That's some shit out of town. That's out of town. Y'all do all that. We don't do none of that here. If you bad, you bad. That's it. So bad motherfuckers in New York come a dime a dozen. They're all over the fucking place. Okay, so why is he complaining? So when you go from this level and you look at somebody like Majority Harvey, this is the difference. This is the difference with class.
She said, take your time.
See? This is sophisticated. Right there. That's a debonair man and sophisticated woman. See the difference? Everything. Okay, it's a man. Steve Harvey ain't no average nigga. He may be a coon in his way, but you know what I mean? He ain't no average motherfucker. Ain't no, you know what I mean? Steve Harvey will fuck one of them strippers. Believe me when I tell you, but he ain't gonna marry nothing like that. You see what I'm saying? It's a big difference. A big difference. She ain't got no pictures here looking slutty. There's nothing here. Nothing. Nothing. See what I mean? That's a fit. That's what a fit can. That's what you do when you fucking got sophisticated. You see the difference? Now this is all physical. Y'all can shoot questions if you want, because I'm gonna be leaving soon. So Green Vegan says, "Oh, shout out to you." She's taking that. So Jay Murray says, "Nate, they still starting to look right." So now, as y'all seen, I got bored. See, after I showed y'all a million different things, I got bored. Did you see how long did it take? And I'm doing a presentation to y'all. I got bored, but I keep going back and forth to Majority's page. You understand? They start to look the same. Right, that's true. So they tell you to be her. No, don't be. You don't want to be that. Because you're gonna go through hell. Because you're gonna be like, I thought that's what men want. Now you're gonna be dealing with a whole bunch of women that do the same. Oh, there's one picture of her in a bathing suit. Finally, hold on. Look, she's in a wetsuit. She's caught. Look what she's doing. She's on. You know what I mean? She's surfing. You know what I mean? Like she's showing a sport. She has talent. Now she's in the shower. Now this is very sexy. Look at that. Even then, she's still being classy. Look at her. Look at that fucking boat. You know what I mean? She could have been in there with a thong and all that. Nothing boring about this woman. You just want to keep going on and saying, what else should she do? You know? What's she wearing today? Okay, she got an outfit with her bathing suit. And even then, look how she's sitting. Look, the woman to the right got a more sexy one. But look to the left. That's Majority. Mad simple. And you know she can fuck shit up if she chose to. Let me give a mean picture of her. Let me give a mean picture of her little fine ass, sophisticated self. Look at that. Look at her gear, man. Look at that. A lot of those strippers can't wear that shit. Look at that. Look at her clothes. like this is he just got a suit on. I mean, his suit is nice, but he got a silk suit. He's a player, but you understand? It just keeps going and going and going. Look, it's you can never get bored of this. Never. You can't get bored of that. You can always remember you can't get bored of a model. Nobody ever gets bored of a model. But you're gonna get bored. You're gonna get bored of all that ass and titty shit all the time because that's all they got. They can't wear clothes. You're gonna get bored of that. Look at her coat. Look at that chinchilla. Look at her boots. Oh my goodness. And then what are we gonna do? We're gonna go to the page that I always keep going back and forth because you're gonna visit this all the time, right? Now we're gonna go to the most incredible representation of pure sophistication. Just look at that. Did you ever see what a man in his 60s, the men you listening to, you know what these niggas look like at 60 fucking years old? Y'all gotta wake up, man. You gotta really be careful what you're listening to. I'm serious. Gotta watch that. You gotta really watch that. Change your inside. Y'all need an overhaul. A fucking overhaul. Cause you following the wrong folk. This is her family. You know what I mean? Look at the type of man she got. That's a man that's gonna be with you till death is done. You know what I mean? After a while, it does, yeah. But again, that's the problem, and that becomes an addiction for those men. They're never gonna be happy. They're gonna once you fuck a girl like that, you're gonna want the next because now you're getting women like that. Your whole dating part is gonna be like that, which is great. But is she gonna be with that? This one want a relationship. This one to be number one. You already on the number two. You know what I'm saying? But this here, this the shit you marry. It's a big difference. You marry women like this. Nothing slutty about this fine motherfucker. Look at her. Look at her. She is fucking awesome. Look at that. Look at her. They don't talk about her. They don't talk about her. Oh, look at her. Look how fine her ass is. She look better than most of the young women. What are they gonna say about that? That black shit can't say nothing because it doesn't matter if he does. He's a troll. Stop listening to trolls, black women, and restore yourself. That's all. I'm gonna keep it real simple here. Stop listening to trolls and restore yourself, black women. Stop listening to fucking trolls. Family, friends, homegirls, low vibrational bitches, stay the fuck away from them. Stay away from them. I don't care if it's your sister. Stay the fuck away from her. She's low vibrational. Stay away. Because you know why? If not, she's going to keep you at woman status. You'll never be a sophisticated lady. Never. Don't listen to them. Oh, they talk about old women are washed up. Don't listen to them. It ain't bothering her. She ain't listening to that shit. Clearly not. That's why she's in the position of this. Okay? That's why she got a fucking real man. Because only a real man is going to get to her. Average nigga ain't getting to this woman here. They can't fuck with her. They can't. They can't fuck with her, man. Don't listen to that nigga. This motherfucker cheat. When you sophisticated, you get better with age. You age gracefully. But when you just a woman and you listening to that fucking shithole, as soon as you get old, he's out. Don't listen to him. You can't listen to that nigga. I remember Angela Bassett was on The Real. I would never forget. If I could find that clip, I want y'all to see how she walked on this stage. And this young bitch was just like, God damn. I think I got it here. Oh, that wasn't it. She walked on the show and they were like, they were like, yo, like when she walked on this show, man, she fucked shit up. It was just like, I think I found the clip. I just gotta find it when she walked on there. I gotta find this. Hold on. The show is no longer on anymore, but it's when she walked on this show. Hold on. I think I got it. Yeah, I found she had this red dress, so I'll never forget that. And you should have seen the look on these half black bitches. They were like, fuck. I think I found it. I found it. Here we go. I found that shit. Hold on. This is what happens when you just an incredible black woman. Rare, very rare. Unfortunately, very rare, but I think this is the episode. Hold on.
How do you walk around looking like you?
Yeah, this is it. Now watch this. Watch this.
She gets better and better.
Watch how. What's her name? Watch how old girl totally gets fucked up when she walks out there.
Better and better with age.
Yeah.
Please
To how the Asian woman. Just watch how this is how non-black women look at y'all. Just watch how the Asian woman. Watch how she responds to her. Watch how the little Mexican bitch to the right. Watch how they respond to her. Okay, the fat one, she already know who it is because she's a black woman. Just watch. This is her legs, yo. You can't listen. Stop listening to that motherfucker. He's worthless. He's a piece of fucking dirt. He'll ruin you. You'll never get a good man if you fucking be a woman. I'm telling you, never. You'll be subjected to that fucking piece of dirt. You're a man. The man you fuck with, that fucking bum. He doesn't, and the sad part about it, the one thing in his defense, he just doesn't know. He really doesn't know. He has no fucking clue. Is he stupid? He just doesn't know. He doesn't know nothing about class. He's a nigger. He's a stinkfoot motherfucker. What the fuck could he tell you? You know what the sad part is? I could show you a whole bunch of women that look like them girls and starlets, but I'm having a hard time bringing out classy women. Because all the sexy fat asses and all that, that's everywhere in my world. But this motherfucker right here just crossed her legs and turned me on. She just what? Just watch how she walks out. Just study that. Watch it. Slagging.
better and better with age.
Yeah.
Please welcome.
Look at how what you call his baby's mother's going crazy. Fucking young Jeezy's baby's mother. Look at him. Watch it. Look at her. I'm telling you, these white bitches be on y'all. Look at her. Look at her face. She can't believe it. She's like, this is fucking this motherfucker could be my grandmother. And she looks better than me. Look at her. She's fucked up. She totally she's to the point where she believes that she don't even know why the black men deal with her. Cross them legs. Watch this. Watch it. Watch. Look at her posture. Watch her poise. Look how she talks. Humble, relaxed, not cocky. Speak connected during this eating season. She's still looking like that and eating like a pig. She ain't in the fucking gym every day, all that bullshit. Don't listen to that.
Teenagers in the
And
house.
she got kids. She got teenagers. What's the excuse? I thought they fall off after they have kids. I thought nobody want them. You listen to that fucking shithole. That's why the majority of y'all look like women. Because you listen to that fucking... So what's your favorite position? You know, how many dicks did you suck in your life? How many bodies did you... You think you're going to go to some sophisticated lady and without her walking away, you think you're going to ask her a question like that? Because you think that's what men want to know. You fucking kidding me? They can't come to her like that. They won't even be. Pay attention to the other half breed, because that's all he like. Pay attention to the non-batch bitch to the right. She just can't wait to just look at that little look that she did. Look at her on that couch. All the women to the left don't even have that. Look at how she's sitting on that couch. Good Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, um, hold on 1 second. Hold, I just noticed something. Yo, hold on. Yo, Ken, you not a member no more? What happened, brother? You unmembered yourself from the channel? Hold on, hold the fuck up. Yo, Ken, you unmembered yourself from the channel? What happened? When did you do that? I never seen that. You don't have your membership thing there. Let me show you what a membership looks like. Look, Crystal just became a membership. You see that little thing to the right side of the wrench? You unmembered yourself. Oh, because I got the card I got to renew. Brother. Brother. Ken. Oh, man. I just need one black brother to just be. Man, you was my top guy. You was my main guy. I used to be like, yo, Ken, because you as a man coming in here with all these ladies. You got to think about that. That privilege. April said, how does she become a member, Nate? Go on, you got to do it on the computer, right? When you do it on the computer, you got to do it on a computer or a laptop. And you'll see where it says join membership. Matter of fact, let me show you. I want to show you right now. This nigga Ken just did me dirty. This nigga Ken just literally, because I noticed something, because I'm like, hold on, you had a membership thing to your right for a minute, and now you just let that shit go. I mean, listen, you know that's not good, bro. Listen, I'm just saying. Listen, you don't have to have the big membership. You can have any membership. There's $5 memberships. But I'm just saying, like, okay, hold on. Let me show how to do it. Hold on. Okay, so all right, let me show you how to do it. It's easy. So let me show you. This nigga Ken. Oh, this nigga Ken straight up and down. I guess he said, well, shit, I just watched the videos. I'm like, yo, don't you realize, brother, that okay, listen. Right here, this is the B University Charm School. This is my page. It says customized channel. You can't do that, but it's gonna say here under there, home video shorts live playlist post membership. So when you niggas are unsubscribing, as a man, it's a privilege for you to be here because there's too many women here. I only got women here, and they're here because they don't want the men to be here. You understand? None of these women want you here. So when they're here because they're trying to restore themselves. So if you come here and you're in the membership, that's a privilege. It's a different privilege for them because they got me. But you know what I mean? They don't need you. There's no benefit. They come, you know what I mean? So I noticed I was missing for a little while. Yeah, man. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. That's right. You can't do it on your phone. So you'll see it right there where it says membership, and you click on the membership, and boom. See, raw and cut. There's different ones. You got raw and cut. There's 100+ members only videos. All these shits are membership. All of this, members only. Members only. Look, members only. How to know when a man is lying? When people are doing bad, they shut down. Useless black man on social media, black woman, be exclusive. All this shit is members only. You can't share these videos. I got some that's up and coming and they're only for members. All this is members only, members only, members only, members only. Yeah, brother. These sisters making your brothers look bad. They donate, they join the membership. I don't even see what's the point of even dealing with y'all niggas. I'm ready to put these women on a whole different level of niggas. Watch me. Just remember what I said. So you not being in a membership, you fuck yourself like that. Because I mean, greed ain't gonna be no man there but me. Yeah. thanks to Big Phil. Yeah, man, you better get on top of that shit. How many videos do I got, ladies and gentlemen? Like 600? So if there's 600 videos, about 580 of them shits are membership. The real shit. Yeah, the real shit is it's a whole, everything is members only. Loser friends, look at it. It just goes on and on and on. So when they're in a jam, they're gonna go back to these old videos and they ain't gonna be there. No, Big Phil was never a member. He was never a member, but he did donate. You know what I'm saying? He donated to the cause. That's your donation. When you're a member, you're donating. That's you're not required to donate when you're a member. That's an option, and they still doing it because it's information. I can't be accessible. My information can't be accessible. It can't be accessible. So, yeah, you got to get on your A game, my brother. Nah, I know you're not. Because you've been around long. Listen, I'm not treating you like Big Phil. Big Phil, Big Phil's Big Phil was the best education I had doing this. He's the reason why I win membership. He's the reason for that. So he was a blessing in disguise. I know the nigga's a psycho. I'm aware of that. But yeah, I know. I'm telling you right now. You ain't gonna get no information like this anywhere. Black woman, you better restore yourself. It's time to transform, man. Look, listen, nothing. Sexy's great. There's a place and time for that. You ain't got to do all that extra shit. Trust me. You're gonna get into a dating pool. You're gonna start getting surgery. You're gonna start fuck because you're gonna be a woman, but you sophisticated. You ain't got to do none of that. Whoever fucks with you is exclusive. You don't know your value yet because you're just a woman. You're just another piece of ass to him. But if you were exclusive, shit, you sophisticated. You can't be an exclusive woman unless you one of them strippers and you're a broke nigga. It's different, you know what I mean? But that's about it. You know what I mean? You see all them women on stage. You see how they responded to Angela? They was like, God damn. They was fucked up. Because they walked out and seen that this motherfucker came out here and killing it. That's what black women do. You supposed to you gotta grace, you gotta grow old with your age and gracefully. You don't want to be like him, he stinks. He ain't gonna be able to wipe his ass, he gonna have a cane. Who the fuck's gonna wipe his stinking ass? They don't want to do it. Remember, a man's shit smell worse than a woman's shit. Ask anybody I know that works as a nurse, and they'll tell you whose shit smells worse, a man. You think Angela? Yeah, exactly. You think Angela's gonna do a scene from Hal Berry and getting fucked from the back? You'll never see that. You'll never see that. Never. I was mad when they made Bernadette Standish from Good Times play a chicken head. Always with different boyfriends, had a father at home, always fucking looking for love from a man. I didn't like how they portrayed her as a ghetto little project slut. And she was a beautiful black woman. That's what I didn't like about Good Times. They made the daughter look like a hoe. Okay? Salute the... You see what I mean? So I know Big Phil's like, you didn't tell him that because I know Ken Thompson knew better. I knew that. You got to pull up and tell a nigga that, yo, listen, Ken, I fuck with you, bro. Because I know I wasn't seeing it. I said, come on. And you know what? He had a membership that's probably he didn't need to have, and probably people, but you don't have to get the big membership. You really don't, as long as you're a member. Because when we close the doors, that's it. Whenever that happens, you know what I'm saying? I know that happens, yeah. Thank you. And thank you for Ken. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause. Welcome back. We have to say welcome back because he's a member. Nate, I always thought surgery would be necessity not to look like a cartoon cat. It's unnecessary. It's not necessary. But in the strip club scene, yes, it is. They do that there, but it doesn't look right in the daytime. You're gonna look fucked up. In the strip clubs, it looks good because of the lighting. It does. All that shit looks good there, but the minute they come out, the light is over. I wouldn't advise it. Ken Thompson is a big deal because he was the first man to sign up on here. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. Maintain that because I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? And these ladies around me, man, they ain't no average woman. I'm telling you that right now. No, I believe that, bro. If I thought you was bullshitting, I couldn't. Cause you got to remember, my essence told me you was legit. I know. I said I did. It was just my duty to tell you that. Like, yo, bro, what's going on? You understand? Big Phil probably mad because he's a bitch. You ain't no bitch nigga. There's a difference. You ain't no pussy. You know what I mean? That's a nigga that's gonna get emotional. He gonna do the typical YouTube trolling shit and catch a fit like a little kid. You know what I mean? A tantrum like a little fucking bitch. So we appreciate you. Yeah, fuck that surgery shit. That shit is whack. Surgery ain't for ladies. Ladies don't get surgery. Unless you had to, God forbid you had cancer, you lost a chest or something. But ladies have a lasting impression. That's the impression we need in our community. We need ladies. It's a shame that we don't have a lot of damn Angelas in the fucking game. That's bad. That's just showing you. And y'all struggle with that because y'all can't name nobody. Even when y'all do, they're probably dead. Most of these motherfuckers now, come on now. There's not a female rapper that's a lady. Not one. Not one. He said, shout out to GD Chocolate. Love you, Ken. Appreciate you. Say Love says, I feel kind of sad for women that need surgery to compete at a certain level. Yeah, as a woman, yeah, you do. You're around all them motherfuckers because you're gonna see a dating pool. Y'all all look alike. So you're gonna I want to do this and do that. It's understandable. It's not acceptable, but I know why they're doing it. But when you're a lady, you ain't gotta do none of that. Look at that woman in Dorney Park. Fuck the whole park up. Okay, there had to be about fucking 10,000 people in that park. How I seen one woman, that's the only one. That's the one woman that left the lasting impression. I'll never forget her. Ever. She could come to me 10 years later and say, remember me? I was the one that helped you at the park. Yes. How could I forget? You'll never forget her. Beverly Johnson, who could meet majority at her level. When Beverly Johnson was a model, yeah, she was not to fuck with. But models are different. Models represent sophisticated ladies. That's what a model is. Supermodel. We ain't talking about that ghetto ass model that's twerking. I don't want to do that. We talking about a sophisticated ladies. When you're a sophisticated lady, that's what they grace. You could name anybody that was a supermodel, and I will tell you, well, they're all like that. That's why they're models. Because they're images of a sophisticated lady. You'll never see and even Beverly Johnson, she played a little, her little slutty characters in some movies, but high fashion modeling is for sophistication. That's what they cater to. We ain't talking about the ghetto models like these girls on the strip club. Yeah, that's hood shit. That comes a dime a dozen, but ain't too many motherfuckers that could get on the runway and fuck shit up. On high fashion. That's why they pay them big money. Because that's the highest level of a woman is a sophisticated lady. Shout out to Gil. What up, Gil? You understand? Listen. It ain't even listen. There's people in here that are not members yet and still gave, donations. That's still big. It's just that Ken's was a personal thing because I knew something was different and I addressed it. And look, that's what communication's about. You understand? So that's why I love the brother. You know what I mean? But yeah, just remember, you show me a fashion show, high fashion. We mean you have, high fashion show. It's a big difference than a fashion show. It's a complete difference. Fashion show, they're gonna be out there with titties and ass and pussy showing and all, regular fashion, but high fashion, you ain't gonna even look at them like that. They're just gonna be beautiful. It's just a beautiful example of God's creation. You know what I mean? So shout out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what y'all need. I don't care what size you are, short, tall. Don't listen to that. Restore yourself, black women. You need a full restoration. Just transform from a woman to a sophisticated lady on the inside and out. Your attitude, your fucking heart, your way you eat, every goddamn thing. Fuck it. Invest into yourself. Fuck investing into some goddamn house or a car like a nigga would do. You invest into some materialistic metal. Invest into you. Leave that impression on this earth with people. We need it. We need to see a gracious, sophisticated lady. That don't mean you got to walk around in heels in the fucking damn amusement park. You could be in sneakers. You're just sophisticated. It's called class. You have class about yourself. Your energy speaks volumes without having a big fucking mouth. You know. That's why I cut all the negative. Nah, you ain't got to do all that. Just become sophisticated. It'll work out of this, or they'll phase out. You'll see. Because you're gonna start investing into you. Once that restoration kicks in, your mind, body, and soul, forget it. You're gonna attract a whole different nigga, whole different person, whole different friends. Get new friends. You know, you don't cut your friends off. You ain't got to do all that. That's what a woman would do. When you're a sophisticated lady, they're gonna cut their own fucking selves off. You ain't got to do this autopilot. All you believe. Once you go into that lady zone, all the garbage is gonna fucking decease. You'll see. Shout out to Anthony. What up, man? Yo, salute to Anthony, man. Shout out to that super chat. Goddamn. Salute to my brother. Say, oh my God, just realized Thelma had a different boyfriend every episode. Yeah, man. They fucked her up. You know, listen, when her father wasn't there and he died, that was different. But she was doing all that shit, crying in front of the father. I mean, that's crazy. And he was a hardcore father. That made him look like shit. All the fucking boyfriends, poor, couldn't do shit for the woman. Same thing that's happening in our community today. Bum ass nigga can't do nothing for a woman except give you dick. I hate motherfuckers like that. I don't care if he's 13, 15, 45, 55. Oh, he got all this dick. Why don't you then go fuck yourself? You be better off just fucking his own self. Go get a dildo. Okay? You fuck yourself, you're doing the world a favor, but you know what I mean? Don't let that shithole get near you. That you giving him access. Then you become unexclusive that way. You ain't no different than the bitches as a strip club. Same shit. You give that nigga that access, man. You fuck up family lines like that. Some of y'all got babies, daddies. You fuck the whole family up like that. Your family raised you good, and now you got this fucking bum ass nigga that can say, I had a baby with her. Can't do that, man. You fuck up the family line, the family tree like that. A sophisticated mind as a lady wouldn't even allow that. Okay? And if she did allow it, she know that was beneath her. Oh, you think you better than everybody else? You gotta think you better than everybody else. I'm better than most motherfuckers. You kidding me? You think I would be here if I had any other different mindset? I think she shows. Shayla says I think she only shows the Nil Class, Family Matters, and Cosby Show. Moesha was until Daddy turned out to be a lying deadbeat. They always did that with the shows. That was the agenda. They wanted the black man to look like shit, other than Bill Cosby, because Bill Cosby produced his own show. There was a difference. You know, a white man did fucking Good Times, so that's why they had it looking like the Project Ho. And JJ being the fucking pimp and all that. They threw that shit in there. I knew what they was doing, you understand? But that was unnecessary. You know, black women just don't know their value because the black man don't know who the fuck he is. You know, he don't know who he is. All he believe is he believe he's somebody when he got a gold chain on his fucking neck. He's a dumb fuck. So he can't teach her. He's not gonna talk to the shit that I'm gonna tell her. But black women gotta restore themselves. Let your boyfriend restore his. Let him invest to his house. Let niggas invest into their cars, houses, and cars. That's all he know how to invest into. Let him invest in real estate. That's fine. That's cool. When he dies, it'll go to somebody else. But when you die, okay, you leave a legacy. It's a difference. Motherfuckers will never forget about you. They still gotta watch Lena Horne videos because she was a sophisticated lady. That's the type of shit you want to leave. When you gone, you still leaving something behind. Ruby D and all these beautiful women. You see what they looked like back then? Did you see what these Ruby D's look like at their prime of their life? They died with grace. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you what these women look like, man. This is what these black sisters look like back then.
Hey friend, welcome to my channel Creating a Lude, where we deep dive and break down the most iconic stars in history.
I can't stand videos. I don't like hearing it. I don't want to hear no YouTubers saying nothing. I'm just showing you this is how they looked.
I need that. Have we? No, we haven't. But when you said, I don't want to be in your crummy history class, and I want.
It was just a whole different level, man. It was just all different. That's why when you watch Tubi, all they got is the garbage. They don't got no sophisticated lady. They think a sophisticated lady, she's a lawyer, she got a condo. That don't mean shit. These women just held the level of grace, and now you got Karuchi. It's all fucked up. The game is done. Y'all got to clean that shit up because y'all looking bad out here. You don't want to look like that nigga. It's bad enough you struggling, but you don't want to look like him. You don't want to do nothing that motherfucker doing, and you're finished. Ruby D, I mean, come on, man. All these women was amazing. What happened? She just did some dumb shit. Yeah. All of them, man. I'm telling you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Y'all got to restore. This is the time to do it. Again, there's nothing wrong with being sexy. You know what I mean? But you got to understand, like, you know what I mean? You start fucking niggas that attracting him that, then he going to be fucking mad bitches, and he never going to be satisfied. You going to be fucking questioning yourself, looking at, damn, maybe I'm doing this, I'm doing that wrong. Because you don't know your value. You got to know your true value. Like, you got to have that attitude, like, yo, that make me a fucking difference. I'm worth it. You know what I'm saying? You got to know that shit. Like, don't just say it. You got to speak that shit. He don't know his value. You know what I mean? When you tell him he's a crumb, he drags you. When I tell him he's a crumb, he believes it. So he needs restoration. Black niggas need it too. Because if they restore them fucking selves, you be better. He's so busy sucking everybody else's dick and wanting to be everybody else. Green Vegan says, Nick, could you suggest where someone can start on a sophisticated journey? Very great question. That's a fantastic question. I want you today to look at take a post-it and write down everything that you notice that you don't like in your life. I don't break this down to y'all like this, but I'm going to give y'all a real good secret. Everything, just write it down all day. Use your notes in your phone. Write it down on a post-it. If you're at work, write down everything you don't like as it's going on. Your boss just pissed you off. Write that down. You know what I'm saying? Nigga called you in a missed call. Write that down. You know, annoying fucking neighbor. Write that down. Just write all that shit down. Write it all down. Just write that shit down to the end of the fucking day, and watch. See what I'm talking about. And then you write it all down, take a look at it, break it down, and just say, what can I change here? And I guarantee your mindset is going to change. Once you become sophisticated, all that shit's going to be out the window. Because now you got to go through the process of elimination. It's like cleaning up your house, right? You're supposed to put everything in one big pile. Find out what you don't like, put it in that pile, and then you go to the porter. Up, time to fucking throw it in the garbage. You understand what I'm saying? You know, look in your closet. Look at what you don't like. Look at the funky slippers you walk around the house with because they house slippers. You know, what are you wearing out today? Are you comfortable? Or you feel sexy? Do you feel good about yourself? Do you feel good? All of that. Write all that shit down. Jot it down. That's the first step. Because then why you gonna see a whole bunch of shit you don't like? Okay, and most of the shit you can fix. We ain't talking about your body parts. We ain't talking about your hair. We talking about just the shit around you. Start from there. Start that shit immediately. You can start it today. Start it right fucking now, right at this hour. Wherever you are, whenever you are. You could be in bed listening to me. You could be at work. Pay attention. I ain't talking about look at your car, look at your home. Fuck all that materialistic shit. I'm talking about the shit around you. The people that talk to you because they know you're alive. You know, the drama that's being brought to you. Listening to this, doing that. Clean up. You got to clean up shop. You got to clean up before you put anything in there. Now. You can't just move into a motherfucking house and it's already got a whole. They got to move their shit out. So this is the cleaning process. It's the first step. This ain't about your hair and wear these, this and that. Yeah, all that shit is, obviously going to play a major part, but the first step is that. I'm telling you, write it down. Write that shit down and post it. I'll give an example. Let me give you one example, right? So my phone, I silenced it as I was talking here. So I said, you know what? Let me wait till I do. So let's just say right now, I'm trying to use something visual right now. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I ain't taking up. I'm gonna take a bath right now, right? Fuck that, I ain't taking a shower. I'm gonna take a nice long bath before I get out into the streets, right? So now you're in a bathroom. You may not like, I can't stand this soap. I'm gonna replace that. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's so many different. I got a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many different ways to do that because you got to be able to just say like, I'm in this funk. I'm depressed. I'm not happy because you need to restore. You're restoring everybody else's life. Your boss. You're doing this. None of that shit's working for you though, because you ain't seeing nothing change. You're just wasting time. You understand? Sophistication could be inside of you at a young age. For example, my mom used to tease me because I like classic black purses. I mean, well, you was pretty. You was a sophisticated little lady. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But again, we grown women now here. You was a kid back then. That's it matters now because back then it was good, but you didn't maintain that because if you did, you wouldn't be here. Now you got to maintain that. Y'all ain't giving that off. You ain't giving that grace off. You ain't walking down the street and giving presents. A motherfucker's supposed to say, "Wow, sister, you just keep doing your thing," because you may have inspired him because he hasn't seen nothing like that, and you ain't even did a lot. It's your grace. Look in the mirror. Start off with that. You know what I'm saying? Start up and say, God damn it, maybe I need to brush my eyebrows a little bit. Anything that you can fix, write it down. The way you feel every day. I feel like, write it down. You feel like shit today, God damn, you know what? I feel a little shitty on a Monday. Write it down. Write all that shit down and watch how it compiles. And you're going to realize, goddamn, I may be a hot fucking mess. Because by the end of the day, you're going to see a whole bunch. Write down everything you don't like. Then we'll find out what you like later. Because as you clean up all the bullshit about you don't like, that's when all the other shit will come in. And them doors is going to open. You watch. It is. It's reflection. That's why Michael Jackson says, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm looking for him to make that change. If you want to make a difference, take a look at yourself and make that change. He wasn't lying. That's why they killed him. Because he kept inspiring y'all. He ain't doing what Jay-Z's doing. He ain't trying to inspire y'all niggas. You got to keep coming back. You inspire you. It's like a cure. It's like they can't give you a cure for AIDS. They can't give you a cure for cancer. Because how they going to make the money? So if they keep feeding you and you keep coming back, they keep feeding you. But if they tell you don't fuck with that, then nobody's going to buy Burger King no more. Because now they told you the shit's bad for you. You know what I mean? You got to restore him and restore yourself. Let your man restore his basement. Let him restore his car. Let him invest into the house. Let him buy property, all that bullshit. Let him do whatever he got to do. He has no fucking clue what he's doing. Because he's restoring a whole bunch of shit that ain't going to make. Can't take it with him. You're restoring your level because just in case you leave this world prematurely, you can still have grace. That's why they got Aaliyah out of here. Even though she was taken advantage of from men because they knew she was a sophisticated little girl. And they killed her. They got her the fuck out of here. She started talking value. Once they talk of that value shit, they kill you. Left Eye, Prince. Once you start talking self-worth, they get you out of here. I'm telling you. They tell that man to go chase pussy. Feel like, listen, you ain't nothing without a woman. You need a woman by your side. You don't need a fucking slut. You know what I'm saying? That's not good for his mentality. That's not good for his morale. Write down everything. That's how you got to start. It's a level. It's going to take some time now. I'm going to tell you I'm not going to just do another video and say, hey, is it working yet? Do that shit all week and you'll see how much of a fucking disaster your life is. That's why you're depressed. Because you got a whole bunch of shit you doing and you ain't investing into you. You ain't happy. You tell the world you good, you got a good job. Tell who fuck your job. Because if you lose that shit, you want to kill yourself. You want to be able to know these niggas fire me. That's their loss. It ain't no fucking big deal to me. I can have everybody cancel a job tomorrow. But like, okay, no problem. I go to Donny Park. I go to fucking Hershey Park. I may go to Hershey Park today. I may just I don't know what I'm going to do today. But I tell you one goddamn thing, I ain't going to be a slave to the fucking goddamn negativity. You got to protect your energy, man. Because once that shithole gets in there, he manipulates your mind, you're done. You're finished. But when you're sophisticated, on the inside and out, he can't stop you. They can't fuck with you, man. And there's some men out here that can take heed to this. Because if you're a man and you're listening here, then you have a privilege because you're listening to me. You should run with what I'm telling you. That negativity, all fucked. You'll start looking at people different, like, damn, they is right. All these niggas come to me with bullshit. You just listen to them. Don't even fucking say nothing. Listen, just watch. Sit back and read, and then talk to yourself and write it down. They called you. What's up, man? Same old shit. Surviving. You like, low vibrational. Write it down. Maybe I shouldn't take calls at this time of day. You know what I mean? Write it down. That's why you're depressed. That's why you're depressed and bored. Ain't nothing to fucking do. There is a world out there, but what do they tell you to do? Party and go to a lounge? That's if you sophisticated, you won't even deal with none of that garbage no more. You could go out to fucking Walmart and have more fun than that. Live life, travel, where? You could travel any fucking. You could travel to fucking Philly and have a ball. But when you just a woman and you living in woman's zone, and then now they got to give you something. Well, we're traveling for steak and cheese. What's going to happen when you eat this steak and cheese sandwich? What if you're a vegan and you don't eat it? They're going to do shit. That's why you see all these social media things. They don't last. They be a social media thing for a little minute, a restaurant, then 2 years later it dies out. There's nothing there. But when you have grace, so everywhere you go, you spread it. That's why you can't spread love with hate. So when you got that graciousness in your body and soul, you walk in a room and spread that shit. People feel that shit. They just want you around. I ran into a nigga at the deli yesterday in the Western Beef. He like, man, I just was thinking about you. I said, where you been? He said, I was locked up for 3 years on a gun charge. But man, it was so funny. I thought of you, man, because man, I always know, man. I said, where my man? I ain't see the nigga. You understand what I'm saying? That's debonair's class. I'm leaving that shit on pressure on niggas. And you know what I mean? I don't even know how many mine. Thank God I'm alive to hear it. Some of y'all say, I know my value. What? I mean, you know what they owe you at a job? That ain't shit. It's just a fucking job. If you knew your value, you wouldn't be working for a motherfucker. Technically. So don't go crazy with that. We mean knowing your value, knowing your worth. Saying my body is my temple, my brain is my temple. You got to protect that shit at all costs. Family members come to you with their drama. That's the devil. They testing you. That's what he's doing. And you fall in that, open your big mouth, give an opinion. Now you caught up in all they bullshit. That's why you can't have family shit together. I had to tell a family member the other day, I said, y'all need to stop. Our family's gone now. All of the good people's dead. We just got these shitty millennials. Nah, no thanks. I'd rather be in a music park. I'd rather be with a whole bunch of strangers. Fuck that. At least they happier. Even if they're happy at that moment, I'm still cool with that. You think I'm going to take my daughter to some shitty fucking kid party because I don't like the parents? No, I just won't go. I won't fuck. I don't like the parents. I won't fuck with you. Period. And I won't talk about it. A classy person never talks. Just move. All you got to do is move different. Yeah, a lot of millennials are fucked up. They don't know. That's why I get on them. They don't know any. What do millennials know to have a good time? Ask a millennial right now, what do they do for fun? I bet you it's the same fucking answer. Chills, that travel. You see it on these dating shows. They ask them, so what you like to do? Travel, entrepreneur. They say the same old boring shit over and over again. They don't know how to do nothing unique. They just say shit to make it sound good. They don't know how to take a drive in a car and say, God damn, that was exhilarating. I just took a drive to Pennsylvania and back. I feel fucking great. They don't know. Millennials are all fucked up. A millennial can't school me. What are they going to school me on depression? That's all they know. They know depression now. It's therapy. Don't listen to this one. All this shit is better. I don't fuck with therapy. I don't go to therapist. I'm spiritual. I talk to God. I don't go to therapy. I don't fuck with therapy. I know therapy. I got 2 therapists in my life. I give them more advice than they could give me. They can't tell me shit. The fuck they gonna tell me? You know, you're not connected with God. It's useless. I won't talk to you. You gonna tell me another man gave you some advice? You sat there and listened to somebody talk? They're not gonna listen to me. So they're useless. Every millennial I know is a fucking failure. Okay? Even if they got a good job, nice house, it's still a failure. They haven't taught me nothing. They don't bring nothing to the table in regards to expanding my horizons. So I got to think about all the old folks that died and passed away. Ain't that a bitch? Because they left a mold here. They left a legacy. These niggas ain't leaving. They ruining it. So I just listen to the old time. I go listen. I don't care if it's Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. Okay, you play one of them old videos. I bet you there'd be more knowledge there. Play one of them old school jams from the 1970s and 80s and 90s, early 2000s about love. Whether it's Donald Jones or motherfucking Barry White. Them niggas just macking. All these niggas on the street asking girls, when's the last time you sucked a dick? And her stupid ass is answering it. Well, I sucked 2 dicks last night. Really, which one tasted better? This is the conversations with these motherfuckers. They're all fucked up. So anybody after them, they're ruined. Gen Z, all of them are fucked up. The last era was Generation X. That's it. And they're getting ruined, especially the men, because they're bitter. Because they know them good times. All they got to do is play some old school music and it'll remind you. Play an old school song. You're going to be like, oh, wow. The good days. He knows what I'm talking about. Now y'all in the interviews asking girls how many guys you slept with. Really? And you answered that nigga? Because you thought he liked it. That's what guys like. Really? That's what you do? Ew. You're nasty. Ew. You still fucking niggas on looks. Ew. I had one woman tell me yesterday, right? Real shit. I told her, y'all, I'm not into men. I'm not into women that bring men into the family bloodline. I have a problem with that. Especially when you have kids from them. They have babies with bum niggas. She says to me, listen to this, y'all. Listen to it. I'm not even bullshit. True story. She says to me, well, my kid's father's not a bum. Okay. Her son is 15 years old. He ain't never see her son in 15 fucking years. And she just told me her son is not a bum. Now watch this. Look, my man Buck is calling me, right? Now I'm not gonna pick that up right now. Oh, he's in Germany right now. He's gonna talk about pussy and who he's fucking. He's bored out there. This nigga been in Germany for 2 days and still blowing my phone because he's bored. Is he gonna admit it? No. But do millennials admit it? No. You can see in a rhythm. Okay? You can see in a person, you can feel a person. It ain't working. If it don't feel good, it ain't good. This nigga's calling me right now as we speak. Listen. He's calling me right now. What the fuck is he gonna talk about? Matter of fact, let's listen. Hold on. Yo, what's up, bro? Yeah, my bad. Hold on. I'm getting dressed. What's the deal, bro?
Thank you. Gregory, right? Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you there?
What's going on out there?
This other spot. It's pretty good. Can't complain. Now, you know, um, the Benzes out here is real cheap.
The what? The what?
The Benz.
Oh, they are, right?
Because you know that. Yeah, because that's where they made.
Yeah. They make them there. They're cheap out there. Yeah, they cop cars and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mercedes Benz. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you doing?
I'm chilling. I'm getting dressed now. I'm ready to go to work. What's
All right, I'll holler at you
hold on.
later,
What's going on with the pussy out there?
Huh?
You just went to a spot?
Oh, it's better than yesterday.
Was it
It's much better than yesterday. Get dressed and shit. I'm in a taxi now.
All right, cool. How much was it before you go?
That's cheap.
All right, I'll hit you back. All right.
Yeah, cheaper than yesterday.
All right.
I give you a holler.
All right. All right. So he's in a cab in Germany, and he just bought a prostitute. All this pussy here in America, man. Niggas don't even know how to finesse women no more. And Gen Z, millennials, you know what I mean? They capitalize on that. They want to change shit. They don't want to connect with the old school. Now they old. They don't know what the fuck to do with themselves. You know, you want a millennial to fucking commit suicide, just call them old. How old are you? 32? I'm still young. No, you're not. You're fucking old as dirt. They don't like that. They don't like that. He's out there, right? All he got to do is go to a damn water club. All this pussy out here, man. All this fucking pussy all over the place. All this pussy. Women want a man. They want a relationship. They want love. They want to feel love. God damn. Niggas don't even know how to approach women on. They rather go buy pussy in Germany. It's crazy. So it's different. You know, man, you need to do it too, man. Correct yourself. Write down the shit you don't like in your life. Write it down. You ain't got to share it. Just share it to yourself. Say what I don't like. As the day goes on, every hour, write down what I didn't like about the last hour. You feel like shit. I feel like shit. I still feel like shit 4 hours later. I'm just not happy. Write it down. And at the end of the day, you'll see right now that's your life. You'll see. Clean all that shit up before you fucking get this thing, and you'll see. You got to clean up that garbage, clean up that fucking room. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. He said he's going to call me back, but he's frustrated because he's going to be out there for another 7 days, and we got to buy a horse. That don't make you feel good. He's going to fuck it, get bored, bust a nut, and she's out the door. Unless he could have just met one woman out there the whole week. I've been around her all week. We've been having a good time. She's so cool. We talk all night. Did you hit it? Man, I didn't even hit it, man. I ain't even worry. I'll come back for that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, he's my man. He's out there in Germany. That's what you're hearing. He's out there in Germany. He went out there to, but he said now he's going to go back to Colombia because every place is not Colombia. Colombia is the only place these niggas could go out there and buy pussy all day with beautiful girls. But you go to these different countries, you ain't got no boyfriend. You ain't got no girlfriend. You're going out there by yourself. He's bored. He could have just did that shit in New York and walked around. You know what I mean? Yeah. Trying to tell you, shout out to B Benz. So just chill out, man. Write your shit down, man and woman. You'll see. And you men will realize if your value is so good, why you ain't making women feel any fucking better? See, that's what a man. That's what you assholes gotta ask yourself. If you so smooth, nigga, how come you ain't making women feeling any better? They ain't even upgraded. Cause your vibration is low. That's crazy. If you so valuable, nigga, and high value, how come the woman around you don't feel like shit? You still complaining, nigga. You know why? Because your life sucks, and you know it fucking does. You're outside. You want a woman to look at you like a man looks at a woman. That's not going to happen. You walked in the store, Target, Walmart, Costco. Nobody said a fucking word to you. And that's frustrating. You went back to your car and looked at some Instagram bitch and saying, that's what I want. Right. That's high expectations, nigga. That's low self-esteem. How dare you want some shit that you can't get? That's crazy. You know you can't fucking get it. Fucking bum. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good day. Class is dismissed. Black woman, full restoration. You need it. Transform from a woman to a sophisticated lady, inside and out. On the inside and outside, it's all internal. It's mainly inside. You got to go for the inside first. So that's the first thing you do. Write down every fucking day what you don't like, and then start getting to the point of how you gonna fix that. Y'all have a good day. Peace.